to have them on you, and when you get nominated to carry them on the field, huge honor for those players. All right, I think we are good now. Just checking out a little technical difficulty, so sorry for that. As the Richland Rams.
Yep, we're good to go.
Richland Rams are ready to
Perfect.
roll here.
It's a good thing about my wife, Steph, listening. She said we weren't on, now we are.
Hey, Steph, how are you doing?
Yeah, thank you, Steph. Hey, while we're shouting out people from home, I'd like to shout out my mom, who's actually listening in from Orlando, Florida. So, Mom, I hope you're having fun down there.
That's fantastic. Hope you're having a great time. Hopefully the weather's good. We saw the weather at Florida State did not look good.
Yeah, up in Tallahassee, it looks a little rainy.
So we're hoping that it's really nice for you down in Orlando. And again, you were listening to the Richland Ram Football Network. Welcome. I'm Ed DiMartino along with Dom Shank and Brian Spongebread on the field. We do not have our Gene Steratore tonight. Brian Schmidt, unfortunately, could not join us tonight, but he'll be back next week. Had a little family commitment tonight, and certainly going to miss Brian.
We said about no football on Friday night for us, but there was plenty of college football. I know I was watching a lot of games, and on the way over here, we got a shout out to Zach's. We stopped there for dinner and watched Penn State thump a very good team in Nevada.
Yeah, according to Dom Shank, it's a real school. So and Pitt also beat a real school in Duquesne, thumped them pretty badly. So for both of our teams, good start to the season. It's actually what you want your teams to do. They're playing lesser opponents. You need to beat those lesser opponents. Both teams look very well in doing so. So good start as they move ahead. What's going to be another exciting college football season.
Yeah, definitely. But before we move on from that, I would like to point out that Nevada is at least in the Mountain West Conference. So I could not even tell you where Duquesne and who Duquesne plays or what their opponents even look like.
Well, Duquesne obviously plays Pitt, so there you
They are the 13th grade, I
heard. Okay. All kidding aside, though, tomorrow's our big Penn State match at Windber Country Club, and Penn State's going down, Sponge. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah, we are, Sponge.
I'm so excited to play. I know Ed is the captain of the Pitt team, so we got to take him down.
Yeah, we took a walloping last year. We're going to answer back big this year. All right, captains come out for the coin toss, and it's going to be Brody Hollis, Grayson Malla, Arnold McGarwa.
No, that's Nate Pugh.
Or Nate Pugh, sorry, number 0, Nate Pugh. And number 75 as Matthew Hostetler.
Yeah, I really like I said last week, I like how Richland does it, where they pick 3 seniors who have really been stepping up or have been acting as leaders, and they pick one underclassman who's been showing leadership through the team, or someone who just played well the week prior. Really gives a young junior a motive to work hard and show out so that they can go be a captain the next week.
Right, for sure. And those coaches really pay attention to the kids who are working out, really putting in the work, and they really do reward those kids. So sometimes, they might feel like they're being over. They're not. They notice that stuff big time.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, trying to see what happened here on a coin toss. Sponge, can you give us any clarity what happened there?
No, I actually missed that.
There we go. That's why Sponge gets nominated for the Emmy every year. There you go.
I'm going to leave you guessing.
So it'll be a surprise to us as who's taking the kickoff and who's receiving the kick. We're going to find out here in a minute.
I'm sure the Rams would like to start on defense here, get the ball at half.
Yeah, let's face it, as everything now, if you win the toss, you're going to defer. It happens every time. I see very few teams actually win a toss and they elect to take the ball.
So based on that statistic, do you think that they would ever move in high school football to the home team just gets the ball to start the game, or they get the ball to the second half? Do you think they'll always always have the coin toss?
I think they're always going to have the coin toss, yeah. I think we've seen it maybe once over the past couple of years, Sponge, where I think Somerset took the ball that one year where they won the toss.
And as long as they're calling the heads or tails before they flip it, that's a good deal. And guys, it looks like we might have the same crew we had last week. There's some familiar faces on the referee crew, and I think it is the same crew.
Oh, there you go. And I think they come from I forget where Brian Brett said they came from, but anyway, pretty good crew. And I'm sure if Brian was here, he could give us a little more info. But
just remember, they were quick with flags last week. They weren't letting anything go on. So just keep your mouth shut and play ball.
That's absolutely. Just go ahead and play ball. Do your job, as you said, Sponge, and everything will be fine. And it looks like Richland Rams are going to be receiving the kick as Jameer Christian will go back deep along with Arnold McGarwa. And kicking off the ball for Bishop Guilfoyle is going to be number 33, Carter Boland. We saw him kicking in the pregame. Pretty impressive. Was kicking the 48-yard field goal.
Yeah, for sure.
45-yard field goal. Sorry, with really no issue whatsoever.
Yeah, that's a really good shot, especially looking at his size on the sheet here, Sponge. Ed, it looks like he's listed at 5'7", 135 pounds. So that's not necessarily a huge boy that would get a lot of weight behind the ball. But as we saw, the ball was just flying off his foot.
Yeah, got a pretty good leg. All right, so here we go, about underway here as Boland steps up, kick is away. It's a deep ball. It's going to be into the end zone. Joe McEnany will let it go in the end zone. So Richland will take over 1st and 10. Great leg, again, right into the end zone on a fly. So big leg by Carter Boland. And how big does that come into play? We saw, for all those years we had Noah Ritko who could just pound these things, and now Bishop Guilfoyle looks like they have the same type of kicker with a big leg. And that could pay dividends for sure.
Yeah, we definitely know how much that can impact a game.
All right, so the Rams will come out with Jake Regan going into the shotgun along with Joe McEnany in the backfield with him. Joe McEnany will start to the right side. We're going to go Arnold McGarwa out lone on the far left side. 3 wide receivers to the right. And Regan will hand us off to McEnany. McEnany up the middle, and Joe Mack will pick up maybe 2 yards. And it'll be 2nd down and 8. Just underway here from Mansion Park in Altoona.
I do think that it would be in the Rams' best interest to try and establish the air game first. Try and get the ball to your playmakers in space, and then maybe that'll open up some running opportunities a little bit later in the game.
All right, same set as they come out with Regan in the shotgun along with Joe Mack.
Interesting defensive formation. It doesn't look like they have anyone lined up over number 3, Jameer Christian.
And this is going to be another handoff to Joe McEnany. Joe McEnany will come maybe a couple yards short of the 1st down as he gets close to the 30-yard line, maybe to the 29. It looks like we'll see where they spot this, maybe the 28. So it'll be 3rd down and 2.
They're going right up over the middle behind Brody Hollis.
Yeah, pretty good call, Brody. Fantastic lineman, giving Joe Mack some space. So 3rd down and 2. And again, just the same basic set here with Arnold McGarwa split wide to the left, 3 wide receivers to the right. Regan fakes the handoff, throws it out to Arnold McGarwa, makes the catch, and Arnold McGarwa will have a 1st down as they go to about the 34-yard line. So big time play there by the Richland Rams. Good throw.
Yeah, that's a great catch.
Only where Arnold could catch it, too. Throw a little bit higher. He's got the height advantage. You might as well use it to your advantage.
Regan out and Mala in at quarterback.
Yeah, Grayson Mala checks in now. No, I kind of like this Sponge. It gives them just another look, another wrinkle, something to think about, because Grayson does like to put his head down and run, but he can also throw the football.
Yeah, as we saw last year, like I said last week, he almost has identical stats to Jake Regan last year. But as we can see here, he's just going to run the ball right up the middle.
Mala on the keeper, or maybe pick up one to the 35-yard line and bring up 2nd down and 9. As Regan now will check back in.
Ed and Sponge, it did look like we got a pretty good shout out for the Richland student section here tonight. It looks like there's a lot more kids than I was expecting, considering it's a 45-minute drive on a Saturday night.
Yeah, they're all dressed up and they are standing. Looks like they might stand the whole game.
All right, so Regan go back in the shotgun. Mala will stay in the backfield along with McEnany, so a big power back here. As they'll put McEnany in motion. Regan back to throw. Regan looking to the left side, the right side. Sorry, you're going to throw it over the middle. Has a man. McGarwa's open. Just overthrew him. Had Arnold McGarwa wide open and just overthrew the pass. Good try by Jake Regan. Had a lot of time back there. Good protection by the Richland Rams.
Yeah, that's what we did know, that one of the biggest questions this year coming into the season would be the Rams' offensive line and how well they'd be able to hold up, losing, all the key pieces that they did. After the last week in that play right there, it looks like they've done a great job to just hold their own. Regan had a lot of time in that pocket there.
He did. He escaped the first guy and then got to step up, which is a huge thing.
He had time to drink a cup of coffee there.
Yep. All right, staying with the power backfield here with Mala and McEnany. 3rd down and 9 as Regan rolls out to his right, looking down the field, looking to set Maguire free, but good coverage there on the play by number 14, Jack Giosa. And that'll put Richland in now 4th down and 9. With 9:30 remaining here in the first quarter, Richland probably forced to punt here as the ball was at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, that's still a good play concept, though. I do think the Rams will come back to that, especially the deep ball that they threw to Maguire that was just over his head. He beat his guy by a couple steps there. I think that they're going to come back to that, and I think that that could be a impactful play later in the game.
Oh, yeah, he was a good two steps in front of the defender. I should say behind the defender.
Yeah.
All right. Regan on the punt, gets it away. Nice low punt. Fielded at around the 35-yard line. And pushed out of bounds right before the 50-yard line by Braden Nepper.
That was number 2 quarterback Justin Wheeler on the return.
All right, so Bishop Guilfoyle in pretty good field position. They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 48-yard line. And we'll see. We expect a lot of run here by Bishop Guilfoyle. As soon as I say that, I'm sure they're going to probably throw on 1st down. But we expect a heavy dose of the run.
It would make sense to me if the Rams came out in a heavy set, try and put a lot of guys in the box, maybe stuff that inside run and get them to throw the ball early.
All right, so Wheeler will go into the shotgun. 3 wide receivers now sprint out to the right side. So lone in the backfield goes Wheeler. Wheeler now, quick throw out to his right side, has a man, and he'll turn it up over midfield and be taken down right around, looks like maybe the 46-yard line.
Sponge, did you see who was in on that tackle?
So Brody Hollis is going to get credit for that tackle, and that was number 3, Torian Consiglio, who made that reception, number 3. So 2nd down and 4 at the 46-yard line of Richland now. Come the Marauders. And Wheeler keeps it himself, tucks inside, and Wheeler taken down. And he will get to maybe the 42-yard line, maybe the 43 they'll give him.
Yeah, Ed, you did a really good job of just calling that pass play on the first one.
Yep, that's what happens. You look, you go heavy run, and all of a sudden they throw a pass on 1st down on you. So it's going to be maybe a 3rd down and 1 here. We have the sun right in our face. I'm sure the sun will go down pretty soon though here down. Right now it's directly in our vision.
Yeah, and I know as soon as the sun go down, Sponge is going to be regretting his decision of wearing shorts down on the field.
All right, Wheeler going to keep, no, that's the number 8 who took over the Wildcat and runs right at the middle. Jake Kissel, they put him in there. Kissel fumbles the football, and I think Richland may have had it. He had plenty for a 1st down. Officials, no, they're going to say it's BG football. They're going to say it was down by contact. And they'll spot the ball at the 31-yard line.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we had audio on the broadcast when I said this, but Kissel had a monster week last week. He had 230 yards on 25 carries and 5 rushing touchdowns last week. I mean, that's just not something you see every day at any level of football, let alone a high school football game.
Yeah, listed at 6'3" and 219. So very, very powerful young man. All right, 1st down and 10 for BG at the Richland 31. As Wheeler going to keep it himself again. Wheeler goes off right tackle, taken down there as he got to about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if this was picked up earlier, but Justin Wheeler had a rough day in the air last week. Only 8 attempts, 4 completions, and an interception. But, however, he did have a good day on the ground with 13 carries for 102 yards.
Yeah, Joe Ragno was in on that tackle.
Hey, guys, I'm back with you. My headset wasn't working there, and shout out to Dave Beblar. He's our technician this year. He went up and changed the channels, and it's clear as a bell.
There you go. All right, 2nd down and 4, and again, this is going to be Kissel, I believe, who takes the direct snap, and Kissel will plow ahead as he gets to about the 17-yard line. Another 1st down for BG, so they are on the move after they stop Richland on 3rd down, and Richland was forced to punt.
Yeah, we should just take a second and give a thank you to Dave because he does all the behind-the-scenes, helps sets everything up. He's up here in the booth with us right now, so he just got a big smile on his face.
All right, 1st down and 10 as it's Kissel now just in the he's in a Wildcat, and Kissel will go forward again. Richland having a hard time as Kissel plows forward inside the 10-yard line. Actually, they'll give him just the 10-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like they're just going to continue to give him the ball until Richland can seem to stop him.
Just going straight up the middle, getting the snap, and just running straight ahead and picking up a chunk of yards. 2nd down and 4, another 6-yard pickup. And they'll stay with Kissel. And Kissel, again, this time will go off left tackle. He'll sprint it outside this time, and good coverage there by the Richlands. Ball came out again, but I think he's going to be ruled down as the umpire is pointing. So
that's the second time the ball came out, but just after his knee was down. Jameer Christian had a good play there. He didn't make the tackle, but he came up and forced him inside.
Looks like number 5, Jackson Fitel, subbing into the game for Richland.
All right, 3rd down and 2. They have it on the 9-yard line now. Down to 5:29 remaining here in the first quarter. No score. Richland took the opening kick and basically went 3 and out. Had a punt. And since then, it's been BG here. So they started at their own 48-yard line and now plow ahead again with Kissel. And looks like he should have enough for the first down into the 5-yard line.
It looks like Bishop Guilfoyle is just going to continue to come out in a heavy set. You know, they only have 2 guys split out wide, and it looks like they got a bunch of big boys subbed in to run fullback and H-back or tailback.
All right, 1st down and goal from the 5-yard line. Comes Bishop Guilfoyle. And again, they're going to stick with Kissel at quarterback now as they put Wheeler out to the right side, matched up against Arnold McGarwa. Pretty big size differential out there. And Grayson Malla had to come out of the game here. Not sure what discussion's going on there. That's where Brian would help, but Coach Bailey not happy about something.
They said his Grayson's helmet came off, and he had to be out of play, and he already sat out of play and went back in.
Okay.
And now the refs are saying he has to sit out one more.
So probably just kind of a miss thing by the referees, but Jackson Fitel now in there as Kissel will go into the shotgun. 1st and goal from the 5 with 4:49 remaining here in the first quarter. And Kissel will flip this one to number 0, who turns it up inside and is able to, he gets down at the 1-yard line. There is no touchdown there. That was Tyson Lasaki. Hopefully we're pronouncing these names right. He thought he had a touchdown there as he turned it up the middle, but brought down. Not sure who made the tackle there, Sponge.
Yeah, I couldn't catch it. It was a pile of Rich. Looked like Brody Hollis on the bottom.
Yeah, it definitely looked like from up here that he got in. It looks like that Kissel's just going to walk this one in.
He takes one, exactly what he did. You described it perfectly, Dom. He just walked right into the end zone. So Bishop Guilfoyle with a nice 52-yard drive starting at their own 48-yard line, able to move it down the field. One pass, everything else on the ground, and no answers for Richland as Kissel took the Yeoman's workload and just was taking the Wildcat snap and just going straight ahead.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're just going to continue to come right back to that.
So we'll see if Richland makes any adjustments on the next defensive series. Carter Bolin now on to attempt the extra point. Snap is good, hold is good, kick is up, and the kick is going to be way good. So Carter Bolin puts BG up now 7-0.
Hey guys, as we were talking before the game, Dom brought up a great point about how they ran last week and maybe put 8 in the box and make them beat you deep over Arnold. So maybe they'll look to do that.
Yeah, it also looks like they put Arnold McGarrett at cornerback this week instead of at free safety where we've seen him in prior weeks. I wonder if that was something for tackling or if they have a game plan to put someone else at free safety, or if they're just not having a free safety at all and going to play the rest of the game with more people into the box.
I would think that would be the reason. Is they don't throw the ball a whole lot, so why put a free safety back there? Right, you're going to put Arnold, match him up on the outside. Maybe you can step and make a tackle. All right. 4:11 remaining here in the first quarter. Richland down 7-0 now on a very impressive long drive by the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders. They started at their own 48-yard line, able to drive at 52 yards, and pretty much all of it on the ground.
That really reminds me of watching a Westmont football game. I mean, not anymore, but in years past.
It's not quite as tightly packed. They did spread out some wide receivers and didn't have it all muddled in the middle. But, it was exactly right. Just a handoff. And that Kissel just doing doing all the work. Good job by the offensive line, giving it a little bit of a lane, but then he carried a couple Richland tacklers every time. Was able to pick up almost 6 yards every single carry.
Yeah, I was just going to say the only difference between that and a Westmont drive is a Westmont drive would have taken up the rest of the first and halfway through the second quarter before Richland touched the ball again.
Yeah, they wouldn't have been getting 6 yards. They've been getting about 3 or 4 yards every single play.
And Kissel falls forward on every play. He's not getting knocked backwards.
Agreed. All right, Bolin, not as long of a kick this time. Picked up, I think this is this McEnany?
Yeah, number 14, Joe Mack.
So Joey Mack will take it over the 20-yard line to over 25. Flag is thrown now. This could be a hold on Richland, which is usually the call on these special teams plays. So Bolin last time kicked it in the end zone. This time a little bit of short. Joey Mack picked it up right around the 10-yard line or so. Took it out to the 25, but there was a flag. We'll see what it is. Yeah, it's going to be a hold on Richland.
This is where it would be nice to have Brian Schmidt up in the booth with us. He could tell us where he saw who had the holding, or he can really even tap into what the refs are saying.
Yeah, Brian's very good at spotting that stuff. He did it for 21 years, just watching it play, and he really has a great eye for that stuff that we miss that we can't see. He really picks up very, very well. All right, so Richland will start their drive at their own 15-yard line, looking to answer the BG score. 4:05 remaining here in the first quarter on an absolutely gorgeous night here in Altoona at Mansion Park.
Yeah, now that the sun went down, it's nice and cool. Sponge, I'm sure that's feeling nice for you down on the field.
It feels good down here. It's a nice September evening.
He'll never tell you he's getting chilly, even though he's probably shivering a little bit. He just won't tell you.
We'll go down at the end of the game, and Sponge will have goosebumps all over his body, and he'll be shivering.
All right, Jake Regan into the shotgun. Regan looks quick out to the left. Has Jameer Christian. Jameer Christian wrapped up by the legs. Great tackle out in the open space.
I believe that was number 2, Justin Wheeler, on the tackle there.
Yeah, great job there as he wrapped up. Jameer got his legs and was not let go. We know how shifty Jameer Christian can be. And if he would have broke that tackle, he might have had some space out in front of him.
Yeah, that could have been very dangerous there for Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yeah, so excellent play there. Tackle for a loss. They lose 2 yards on the play as the ball is back to the 13-yard line now. 2nd down and 12. Regan back to the shotgun. Grayson Malla to his right. And Regan faked a little throw, or faked the handoff. Has McGarrah wide open. McGarrah over the 40-yard line. Turns
down the sideline.
Gets tripped up right around the 40-yard line. Good tackle by Torian Consiglio. Saved the touchdown.
That was a great play call from the Rams there. We just saw a little bubble screen on the previous play, so they just gave him a little fake, and then Arnold took the top right off the Marauders defense.
Yeah, nice little fake handoff, and then he had Arnold wide open, able to catch it, and a great tackle by Consiglio stops the touchdown. Now Grayson Malla now will plow forward. We'll get to about the 36-yard line. So about a 4-yard pickup. Bring up 2nd down and 6 with 3 minutes left here in the first quarter. Richland trailing 7-0.
Looks like number 55, Brody Hollis, came off the field for a play. Maybe he needs a breather, or maybe just cramping up.
Number 56 is in.
Number 56, that is Chase Tresnicki, I believe.
Malla lowers the shoulder pads as he takes the carry again, and we'll get to about the 32-yard line. So they're going to bring up 3rd down and about 2. And this is definitely 4th down territory for Richland as they're in the BG territory at their 32-yard line.
Yeah, like we've mentioned in previous weeks, this is when it would be so nice to have a kicker like Noah Ricco, where you know that this is almost a guaranteed 3 no matter what happens on this next play.
All right, Jake faked the handoff to Malla, kept it himself, and gets walloped, and he might even take a loss on the play. So it's going to bring up a big 4th down here.
Yeah, Brody Hall's back in the game.
All right, 4th down and 3 upcoming. They're going to put Jameer Christian and Arnold McGarrah on the left side, stacking them. Big 4th down and 3 upcoming for Richland. I think there's going to be a timeout called.
Yeah, BG called a timeout. They didn't like what they saw there with Jameer and Arnold same side, and Grayson was a quarterback there.
Yep, there you go. I don't think I would like that either, Sponge. That's you don't know who's going to what's going to happen there. Too many weapons.
Yeah, there's so many weapons on the field there for the Rams. They could have either ran it right up the middle, or like we've seen Grayson Malla throw the ball before, he could even just thrown a little bubble out to Jameer Christian there, and he could have easily picked up 4 yards for a first down.
All right, we'll run down our sponsors list. We cannot do this without them, so I want to thank them so much. So thank you to First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Ashbro Landscaping, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window, Cardellino Eye Care, Chan Soon Chong Medical Center, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD, The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX Screen Printing and Embroidery, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, Moore Family Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamond Company, The Fifth, Laurel Auto Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholtz, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Vantage Physical Therapy, Flair of Country, RNDT, Market Basket, and Mahalkos, and also Grayson Lawn Care. And I want to say a big shout out to the Bistro, where the boys had a team dinner on Thursday. Thank you so much for taking care of the kids. They had a wonderful time, great meal. Thank you so much to the Bistro. Richland shift their line all over the place. See if that plays in BG's head here. 4th down and 3. Malla going to follow the lead blocker. Lowers the shoulder. Malla still pushing forward, and he's going to come close. I think he's going to come short, though, Sponge.
Oh, no, there. He got it.
All right, 1st down. There you go. Wasn't sure. When they were coming out with the spot, I wasn't sure if he had it enough, but he does pick up enough for the Richland 1st down.
Yeah, that's a really good play here by Ashton Roberts and Chase Tresnicki, who's back in for Brady Hollis.
And they had shifted over to that side, Sponge. They put those guys, shifted them over there. Great lead blocking as Malla was just able to follow, lower the shoulder pads, get low, and drive his legs forward. So the ball at the 29-yard line of Bishop Guilfoyle. Richland on a move with 1:11 and counting here in the first quarter, trailing 7-0. Malla will stay in a quarterback. They'll put Jameer Christian in motion. Malla fakes the handoff to Jameer, keeps it himself, pushes his way close to the 25-yard line.
Looks like number 9, Jake Regan, subbing back in at quarterback.
And the ball will be spotted just short of the 25. 2nd down and 7 upcoming as Malla comes out. Regan back to the shotgun here. Checks the sideline for the play. And Regan back to throw. Regan looking, has a
wide open, Alex Bond.
Alex Bond! It is a Richland Ram touchdown! 26-yard strike from Jake Regan to Alex Bond. He was wide open. Great play by Richland. And I think, Dom, you called that play. You looked at me and he's going to pass it. He's going to pass it. Great pass, great catch, and walks right into the end zone goes Alex Bond.
Yeah, that was a great read by Jake Regan, too. He looked to his left, and it looked like Jackson Fitel on the left side was covered, but it looks like the safety actually went with Jackson Fitel as well, so they had him double covered, which left Alex Bond on the seam wide open for a touchdown.
All right, Mitchell Timsick on to attempt the extra point now to tie this game up. Good snap, good hold, kick is up, and this one is going to be good. So Mitchell Timsick ties this game at 7 with 27 seconds remaining in the first quarter.
Yeah. We talk about the weapons of Arnold and Jameer and Grayson, but Alex Bond, as they call him, AB, he's a player to watch. He's new to the starting lineup this year, so I don't think they saw him on film yet, so he's making a name for himself.
Yeah, Sponge, we actually just got news that the Florida State Seminoles took down number 8 Alabama in the season opener.
Wow.
Yep, pretty good stuff. You know, that's why they play the games, as they say, you know.
That's definitely a huge confidence booster for Florida State coming off the year that they had last year.
But what an answer by the Richland Ram offense as BG took their first drive and went 52 yards right down the field, all on the ground. Richland took this one at their own 15-yard line. So very, very impressive 85-yard drive all the way down and ends up in a 26-yard pass from Jake Regan to Alex Bond.
Yeah, I just want to say how important that 4th down was. Grayson Malla really pushed forward for that extra yard to reset the chains there, which opened up the opportunity for the Rams to score there.
Yeah, that was all effort on Grayson. He just kept churning those legs to get that yard.
I think it was a great play by Richland, too, to shift that offensive line over to those Sponge. Get the matchup maybe they wanted on that side. And then the lead blockers did the work. And Grayson, you know how strong he is, and just follows those lead blockers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's no better person to be following through the hole than Joey Mack.
Oh, for sure. You know, and we've seen that, though, in a couple of times, Sponge, where they actually will call that illegal motion by the Richland Rims when they do that shifting play. I'm sure that was talked about with the officials before this game even started.
Yeah, we have talked to Brian about that, our analyst, and he can explain it better. Maybe next week.
Yeah. All right, so Mitchell Timsick on to kick it away here for the Rams. And it looks like it's number 2, Justin Wheeler, back deep for the Marauders, along with number 3, that is Torian Consiglio. And Timsick puts this one low, bounces at about the 15-yard line, picked up at about the 11. And this is Wheeler. Wheeler able to shake a tackle, and now Wheeler is going to be gone. Oh, Mitchell Timsick able to make the play, and there's a flag at the end of the play.
That's a face mask. Timsick brought him down with a face mask.
So it's going to be 15 yards sack. You know, these are the things we talked about. Special teams, such a huge play, Dom, and that Richland did not do a great job in coverage. Give credit, though, to Justin Wheeler, able to find the room and able to run down that right sideline before he's taken out of bounds, actually tackled by Mitchell Timsick, but I think it's the same thing. Face mask call on Mitchell.
Yeah, I do think that was even a great play, even with the face mask, because, you know, that was the difference between taking him down and maybe they get an extra 15 yards or so. But that's the difference between getting them down and giving the defense a chance to stop them, and that number 2, Justin Wheeler, having a touchdown down the right sideline.
And that definitely deflates the team. You know, they had a nice drive. They get back in the game. They tie it up. And then one play, they're down at the 20.
Yeah, football's a game of momentum. So whoever has the momentum is, you know, just crushing momentum can really flip a game over on its head.
All right, looks like Bishop Guilfoyle are going to come out with Wheeler back in at quarterback. And he will roll out. Looking to his left, has a man on the left side. That's Consiglio. Able to avoid the tackle of Grayson Malla and able to pick up a first down.
Consiglio with reception.
So Consiglio will take this to the 9-yard line. First down and goal now for the Marauders. Second pass play of the game. They're 2 for 2 on the pass so far.
I would not be surprised if we saw number 8, Jake Kissel, will sub back into quarterback here, and they're just going to go right back up the middle.
Just going to say that, and that's exactly what they're doing. It is Kissel who is now in at quarterback with Consiglio to his right. And it's going to be Consiglio who will take the snap, and he will push his way to about the 5-yard line. Second down and goal.
That was Hosteller and Pugh on the tackle, and Brody Hollis is back in the game too, guys.
Hey, Brody Hollis, outstanding player, had a great year last year, having a very, very good year this year as well. Only 2 games in the season, but we have called number 55's name quite a bit, and then we'll continue to do so for the rest of the year.
Yeah, Sponge, did you get who called that timeout there?
It's the end of the,
end of the quarter. Sorry, apologies.
Yeah, these games go so fast. First quarter already over.
I know you're still on a high from the Penn State win, Dom. But
I know.
Once again, we'll run down our sponsors. Dom, you want to take care of this?
I actually have to reset the scoreboard
all right,
here.
So I'll go ahead and read the sponsors again. Again, thank you to everyone, and you're still time to get in on this. Just get a hold of the Richland Football Boosters. They will take your info. We will get you on as a sponsor. So thank you to Grayson Lawn Care, the Halcos, Market Basket, RNDT, Flair of Country, Vantage Physical Therapy, Slovenian Savings and Loan, State Senator Wayne Langerholtz, RPM Signs, Laura Auto Group, The Fifth, Precious Metals and Diamond Company, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Moore Family Dentistry, Next Gen Amusements, Johnstown Insider, FX, Erie Insurance, FWF Insurance, The Willow, and I heard this is a great guy, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD. Heard he's great. Chan Soon Shong Medical Center, Cardellino Eye Care, Best Window and Door Company, Beauty Lawn, Beeline Express Trucking, DB Homes, Ashbro Landscaping, Advantage Auto Service, Advanced Office Systems, Able Pest Control, First Team Advertising, and First Summit Bank. And once again, a big shout out to the Bistro. They hosted our boys on Thursday for a team dinner. They had a great time from what we understand, had a great meal. They were well taken care of. So thank you so much to the Bistro. And I think we are going to go there next week before the Richland game. So the Bistro, you get to have us there.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a privilege or
Oh, it is. It is. And big thank you always and every week to the Richland Boosters, because they are why we can do this. They bought a lot of good equipment for us this year.
Yeah, they did. They're just they do a wonderful job, really taking care of the boys and us as well. They do a lot for the program. So thank you, the Richland football boosters. All right, second down and goal here from the 5-yard line. Consiglio is going to be a quarterback. And Consiglio, again, going to follow his blocker to the right, off right tackle. Braden Nepper has a big hold of him, will not let go, along with Joe McEnany and Joe Ragno, able to make the stop, and I believe that is that Brody Hollis as well. So, again, Brody Hollis on the tackle.
Yeah, Brody was on the bottom.
Yeah, he's definitely a great guy to have a nose tackle just right over the center. Even if he doesn't really make a play, he can affect the snap, and he can affect, just intimidating the center.
All right, so 2-yard pickup. It's going to be third down and goal from the 3. Again, this drive started at the Richland 20-yard line after a big return by Justin Wheeler, and then tacked on 15 yards by a face mask by Mitchell Timsick. And now they're going to go with number 8, Kissel, in at quarterback. Kissel looking to throw. Kissel looking over the middle, broken up by Jameer Christian. Breaks it up, and that will be an incomplete pass as they were looking for Justin Wheeler in the end zone, and bring up fourth down and goal from the 3. And Dom, if you're Bishop Guilfoyle, you're going to put in, you have a kicker with a leg. I think that's what it looks like they're doing. Yeah, they're going to put him in.
That was a great play by Jameer Christian to read that slant and drive on it. Just played right through the hands and made sure that he couldn't get his hands up to the ball.
And not getting there too quick, too.
Yep.
Made sure he did not interfere with him. It was a good coverage by Jameer Christian. All right, Boland on to attempt the extra point, or the field goal, oh my goodness. And he'll put this one up. It looks like an extra point because it's out short. And he will put this one through. So Bishop Guilfoyle will go up 10-7 here with 11:07 remaining in the second quarter on a pretty good game here so far.
That's a big hold, and Coach Ripple, defense coordinator, is very happy about that, to hold them to 3.
Oh, for sure. But Bishop Guilfoyle kind of got away from putting Kissel as the quarterback. They kind of went to Consiglio this time, and I'm kind of shocked at that. They couldn't stop Kissel, so good on Richland too for stopping that up.
Yeah, like we said, they have an experienced coach over there at Bishop Guilfoyle's sideline, so I'm sure that he recognizes that, and I'm sure that they're just going to continue to come back to that.
Well, that's their bread and butter, obviously, is just running the football. You have a couple big linemen able to open up some space. Richland's going to have to come up with some adjustments here, and I thought they did a really good job on that drive. We've only seen 3 BG passes. 2 have been complete. That one in the end zone was the only complete pass so far. But nonetheless, good one here, 10-7.
Yeah, they're definitely not taking any shots downfield. Like we've seen, all 3 pass attempts have been within 2 or 3 yards of the line of scrimmage. We've seen 2 in the flats, and then that slant was just a 2-yard little, tried to just get a quick little hitter into the end zone there, but it's a good thing that Jameer wasn't caught sleeping.
While we have a second, another shout out, my daughter Olivia and her husband Bobby and my grandson Penn.
Nice.
And they're listening at home.
Nice. All right, so Boland will kick it away here for BG. McEnany and McGarrow are back deep for the Richland Rams. And a good kick here by Boland. McEnany will let it go into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. So a second one that Boland has put into the end zone.
Yeah, like we said, special teams can make or break a game sometimes, and that is huge to pin a team back that far deep because, like we saw, Justin Wheeler took that ball up and flipped the field just on a kickoff, so that's huge to be able to pin them back and force the Rams to make a good drive here.
Yeah, and he picked up that ball right around the 11-yard line and really just sprinted out to the right sideline, just kind of beat everybody and just went up that whole entire sideline. Good job by Mitchell Timsick. He was the lone guy to stop him, and he did his job. Unfortunately, took the face mask penalty, but he did save an easy touchdown. All right, first down and goal for the Rams at the BG 20, or at their own 20-yard line, I should say. Quick pass out to Jameer Christian here on the left side. Jameer makes a move, gets to the 25 before he's taken down at about the 26.
Yeah, and there's that shiftiness out of Jameer Christian there. We saw him make a guy miss and picked up an extra 2 or 3 yards, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but that could be if it comes down to a 3rd and short, 4th and short type situation.
All right, they'll give him the 27-yard line, so it's going to be second down and 3. Clock winding down, 10:39 remaining here before halftime. In a 10-7 game, BG leading. Inside handoff to Joe McEnany. Joe McEnany gets out to the left side over the 40-yard line before he's taken out. Good inside handoff there to Joe Mack. And Joe Mack will take it down to about the, looks like they're going to spot it at the 41.
Guys, Joe Mack did a pretty cool thing here. He pointed out the kid on the end like he was going to block him. He's like, I got this guy, and then they handed the ball to him.
I like it. Little gamesmanship. I love it. Little deception there, Sponge.
I'd like to see the Rams come back to put the ball in the air here and, maybe give Arnold Magaro a shot down the sideline. It looks like he's a little taller than the person he's lined up on, as he's listed at 6'4", and the person he's lined up against is 6 foot.
All right, this is another handoff to Joe Mack. That time, stop for a loss is Joe McEnany.
They had that one sniffed out.
Back to about the 39-yard line, loss of about 2. So second down and 12.
Not sure if that was an RPO, but if it was, next time Jake might want to fake that and take it because he had the whole left sideline.
All right, second down and 12.
Yeah, and I'm sure Coach Bailey saw that, Sponge, and I'm sure that he's probably going to talk to Jake at half or maybe in between drives.
All right, Regan back to throw. Regan steps up. Regan had to keep it himself. Regan gets to about the 45-yard line. Good positive yards by Jake Regan. Pocket collapsed. He stepped up. Was still looking downfield a little bit, and then he tucked it and got to the 45-yard line. So third down now.
Yeah, that was a veteran move from an underclassman there. He continued to look like he was going to throw the ball to keep drawing the secondary back and back and back, and then by the time he took off, there were only a linebacker there to hold him. That's why he picked up. How many did he get there? 7?
He can pick up 7 yards, so it's third down and 6 now. Ball at the 45-yard line of Richland. Down to 8:38 and counting here in the second quarter. 10-7 BG leading. Regan back to throw. Regan steps up again, giving some pressure. Regan going to keep it himself. Regan will come just short of the first down. We'll see if they spot it at the first down mark. It's going to be awful close.
I think they're going to give it to him.
It's going to be very, very close. And they will. There's a first down. Richland, good job, Jake Regan. As the pocket collapsed, and Jake Regan again able to step up and use his feet and get a big-time first down. Needed 6 and got 6.
Yep, it looks like they're going to give him a break here. Let Grayson Mala come in and play quarterback for a snap or two.
So ball at the 48-yard line now of Bishop Guilfoyle. And it'll be Grayson Mala in the shotgun. Mala fakes the handoff, keeps himself, drives at the middle, takes a big shot. It's maybe no gain, maybe a yard. We'll see where they spot is. I think it's no gain on the play. Back to the 48-yard line.
Yeah, it looks like he got tripped up a little bit in the backfield there.
Yep, second down and 10.
It'd be a great time for Grayson to take a shot downfield.
Right now, pretty good penetration by the BG offensive line, or defensive line, excuse me, getting into the backfield a little bit, making life a little bit miserable right now for the Richland Rams.
Yeah, that just shows that it was even better plays out of Jake Regan there to be able to not only not get sacked, but to get positive yards then and pick up a first down.
All right, they'll put this is Jameer Christian on the right side. Big gain by Jameer Christian. There's a flag on the play. It's probably going to be a hold on Richland on the edge. Big play there, but the flag came out.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know.
Yeah,
they called it on Arnold, and it looked like a good block to me.
Yeah, I didn't really see that one either, Sponge.
Yeah, as soon as Jameer turned the corner, they threw the flag.
I heard a couple of Richland fans not too happy about that call either.
And it's going to be a holding, and it's going to be on Richland. Unfortunately, we saw this a little bit last week as well. Richland took a couple, I think maybe 3 or 4 holding calls, and that negated a couple of touchdowns last week as well. This one ends up being stops a big play there by Jameer Christian.
Yeah, definitely the most notable one last week was the holding call on the kick return touchdown for Joey Mack there.
Yeah, poor Joe Mack, man, he was gassed, and then didn't even end up in a touchdown.
And he gave us his opinion on that play, too.
Yes, he did. All right, so the ball comes back to the Richland 45-yard line, second down and 17 now.
Yeah, looking back a week, that was a very mature and good answer out of Joey Mack there. We know that he can be a character sometimes. So
All right, Regan going to roll out to his left, looking down the field. Heavy pressure again, has to get it away. Good job by Jake just to get rid of the football. He threw it into some empty space. As that was Kissel, who was coming heavy at Jake Regan. So,
yeah, the BG side's looking for intentional grounding, but it doesn't look like they're calling it.
Yep. Defensive line, though, for BG, Sponge doing a great job now getting into the Richland backfield.
Well, he rolled out. He had some time, but no one was open, so he had to try to look to the other side of the field.
3rd down, 17.
That was more of a coverage sack.
All right, Joe Mack will be to the right side of Regan. Big 3rd down, 17. He's going to air it out, looking for Bond. Bond got turned around a little bit, and ball will fall incomplete. In coverage was Justin Wheeler.
Richland got away with one there. The clock was at 0 on the play clock, and it was a good second after that they snapped the ball.
I think Wheeler might have got away with a little bit of something there, too, as I think he turned the hips of Bond a little bit. But nonetheless, Richland will probably be forced to punt here. The ball is at their own 45-yard line, and it's going to be 4th down and 17. So,
yeah, they're definitely going to need a good punt out of Regan here to flip the field and, maybe try and pin them deep.
So, unfortunately, the holding call ends up being huge here, as Richland was pretty deep into BG territory before the holding call. And this punt's away. Good high punt.
Great punt.
Excellent punt. Bounces at about the 11-yard line all the way back inside the 10, down at about the 8-yard line. Great punt by Jake Regan.
Yeah, Sponge, I don't know if you can get a look, but can you look and see who's leading the Richland student section tonight?
Caden Robertson's right in front.
Oh, back to Caden Robertson again.
And the Piscatella girl. I'm sorry, I don't know her first name.
I believe it's Addison.
There you go.
All right, our buddy John Daly just checked in. He is listening. He says, "Hey, Sponge."
Hey, John. When's John going to do one of our games?
I know he's got to come on when he gets a free night. Maybe he'll be to join us on the 11th. Who knows? All right, 1st down and 10 for BG as Wheeler will back at quarterback. Kissel will go in motion. At their own 8-yard line, handoff to Consiglio. Consiglio finds a little crease. Consiglio finds some good room as he pushes towards the 20-yard line, taken down at about the 19.
That was a good play by Grayson Mala there. It didn't look like Richland really had much behind him there, so if he didn't bring him down, that could have went for big yards.
Yeah, it's a 1st down for BG. So again, heavy dose of run by Bishop Guilfoyle, and they've used a bunch of different runners. They've used Wheeler, they've used Kissel, they've used Consiglio, so Richland having a hard time right now. See if they can block this up.
It really looks like they stuck to their game plan from last week. Just continue to run the ball and run the ball and run the ball.
They'll put 3 wide receivers now to the left side. Empty backfield here for Justin Wheeler on 1st and 10. Fakes the quick throw, keeps it himself. Goes out the left side, turns the corner, and out of bounds as he crossed the 30-yard line to about the 32.
Wheeler on the carry, runs out of bounds.
Richland covered the screen, and he had to tuck it and run. And Ashton Roberts just missed the sack.
I wonder if that was a little bit of miscommunication from the Bishop Guilfoyle team there. It looks like he was looking to get the ball out on a screen there.
But I think it's punched. I think they covered pretty well. I think he was almost afraid to let that ball go.
Arnold broke through the line and was right there.
Maybe that's part of the reason why they moved McGarrett down to cornerback this week.
All right, 1st down and 10 now. And this will be Kissel, who has to take it out to the left side. And he is going to be taken down. Good job there by the Richland line, that time stopping Kissel, who has done a yeoman's work of the load of the carrying so far.
Yeah, it looks like Joey Mack got there first.
Yeah, along with Grayson Mala in on a stop as well.
And Jerry Ragna came out of the pile with the ball, but I guess the whistle had blown already. That's like the 3rd time Kissel's given it up, but just after the whistle.
All that means is that he's bound to put one on the carpet soon, hopefully, for the Rams.
All right, 2nd down and 8 from the 34-yard line. comes Bishop Guilfoyle. They are leading 10-7 and down to 5:02 and counting here in the second quarter, and BG will get the ball after the half as well. So Richland looking to have a nice defensive stop here. And maybe a timeout call. Yes, timeout, BG. So that's the second one called by Bishop Guilfoyle in his half.
It looks like the boys in the backfield for Bishop Guilfoyle were yelling down at the receiver lined up on the right-hand side. So
while we have he lined up on the wrong side. Go ahead.
While we have a second, I'm just going to give another thank you to our sponsors. Thank you to First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Ashbro, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window, Cardellino Eye Care, Chan Shan Shun Shong Medical Center, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD.
Come on, man, you know my name.
The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, More Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamonds, The Fifth, Laurel Water Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholt, Slovenian Savings and Loan Vantage, Flair of Country, RNDT, Market Basket, and Mahalco's. Oh, and Grayson's Lawn Care. And then I'd like to give another special shout out to the Bistro. Thank you guys for hosting the boys for team meal this week.
All right, we'll go over this. It's Chan Soon Shong.
I know, man. I get mixed up with
Soon Shong Medical Center.
My shoes and shoes, and I get mixed up, man.
I had my hip surgery done there.
You did good, Don.
And they took very good care of me. So thank you to Chan Soon Shong Medical Center. All right, this is Wheeler rolling out. Now getting some heavy pressure as Richland coming, and he's going to have to get rid of the football. As that was Nate Pugh, who was putting a lot of pressure on Wheeler. He did a good job to sprint out and able to get rid of that football for no gain.
Yeah, that was a great job from number 2, Justin Wheeler, to get out of the way of Nate Pugh there and just turn that play into nothing rather than a 6 or 7 yard loss.
Yeah, Nate was coming hard, and Justin Wheeler was able to get to the outside and get rid of that football for the incomplete pass. Stops the clock at 4:47.
It looks like they're putting number 5, Jackson Fitel, out into the field, and it looks like they subbed out defensive lineman. I think that was number 52, Ashton Roberts. Maybe put some more guys in the sky here, prevent a big play from happening.
And I think Richland might take a timeout this time.
Yeah, Coach Bailey did see something.
Yep. First timeout used by Richland here. It's going to be a 3rd and 8 upcoming for Bishop Guilfoyle. So that's actually a big play here, Dom. Richland can stop them. They're going to force Bishop Guilfoyle to punt. There will still be over 4 minutes left on the clock. And as we said, Bishop Guilfoyle does get the ball after halftime. So you certainly don't want Bishop Guilfoyle having the football and able to put up another score before halftime and then have them get the football after half. So, Sponge, temperature dropping. How you feeling out there, buddy?
I'm pretty good. I might have to go the sweat.
Come on, Sponge. We can see the goosebumps on you from up here.
I'll do the sweatshirt, but not until half. I'm going to gut it out for 4:47.
Then you better hope that they stop calling timeouts here pretty soon, Sponge.
Yeah, I would have been definitely decked out in some pants and a sweatshirt and everything else already. Because these nights do get chilly.
Yeah, me and Ed are sitting up here in pants, and I have a long sleeve on. And,
and you're in climate control.
We have the windows open.
Yeah, we're living in nature right now.
We are in nature. That's right. We're almost with you, Sponge. We're out there in the elements as well.
Ed was killing some bees before the game too. I looked like Mr. Miyagi up there catching them.
Yeah, I need my chopsticks. All right, 3rd down and 8 for Bishop Guilfoyle. Wheeler going to drop back, heavy press, but he's able to pick it up to Kissel, and Kissel has a lot of room as he's over the 50-yard line into Richland territory, all the way down to the Richland 30-yard line.
Man, that was a designated screen pass, but he got blown up as soon as Kissel came off there. I just don't understand how he got rid of that ball and got it to Kissel, and that was just a great job of Kissel to make some yards after the play.
That was a well-played screen. Yeah, he was almost going down when he got rid of the ball.
Yeah, he was almost just pushed it forward and able to find Kissel, and Kissel all the way to the Richland 32-yard line. So huge play. That was 3rd down and 8. And now they're well within Richland territory here with 4:13 and counting for halftime. BG up 10-7. And this is Consiglio on the handoff. Consiglio able to bounce off some tacklers, get over the 20-yard line, push his way over the 15-yard line to about the 14.
And it looks like Consiglio's down.
Consiglio getting up now. Looks to be okay. He's holding his shoulder, though. Like he's not even moving his arm.
Yeah,
his
that's not a good look.
No. So hopefully he's going to be okay. Good run by Consiglio. He's got up to the line. Looks like he was going to be stopped. Was able to bounce out, avoid some tacklers.
There's 3:50 left and counting.
All right. It's going to be first down and 10 now at the 14-yard line of Richland. And Kissel is now in the shotgun. And Kissel going to go right up the middle again. Kissel drives forward to about the 10-yard line.
Brody Hollis on the top.
Brody Hollis doing a great job up the middle.
I can't see from where I'm sitting, but do they have the opportunity to still get a first down?
Yes.
Yeah, they can get one at the 2-yard line.
It looks like the student section and cheerleaders are having a little bit of fun trying to throw the pom-poms into the cheerleaders are holding up their hands as in a basketball hoop.
Second down and 6 for BG at the Richland 10-yard line. Kissel again plows his way forward.
Ball came out.
Richland has
That's
it.
a Richland ball.
It was Richland ball. This time Kissel.
There it is, Dom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Kissel loses the ball. This time it will not be down by contact, although I don't see a signal for the ball going the other way.
There it is.
All right, so Richland has the football. Kissel gets the ball knocked loose. That's about the fourth time already. Third down, he wasn't deemed down by contact.
That was a ginormous turnover for the Rams there.
Yeah, this one's huge. As Bishop Guilfoyle was looking to put up another score as they're leading 10-7, and now Richland will take over the football. Looks like at their own 6-yard line with 2:52 remaining here in the second quarter. Richland down 10-7.
Yeah, that was huge. It stopped Guilfoyle from scoring again before half, and it stopped Guilfoyle from.
Regan looking long, has the man. That's Jameer Christian. Jameer Christian has the ball right around the short of the 40-yard line.
Like I was just saying, that prevented the Marauders of going up two scores before half, which is as they get ball for half. That's a huge turnover for the Rams, like I said.
All right, nose of the ball is at the 40-yard line. So big play as they started that at their own 6-yard line, able to get it all the way out to the 40-yard line. Nice pass from Jake Regan to Jameer Christian. And Richland with 2:29 and counting here before halftime, trailing 10-7. And they'll put Jameer Christian in motion, and Regan will roll out to his left. Regan looking down the field, sets his feet. I think his arm got hit, and it's almost
dropped.
picked off. Probably should have been picked off. Yeah, I think he got his arm hit as he threw and didn't get a lot on that football. And that was number 0, Tyson Lestocki, who had the football and just kind of lost it. And that'll stop the clock with 2:12.
Ball at the 40-yard line.
Rams are going to need a big play here to just pick up a huge chunk and try and make even a field goal a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, looking to pick up any kind of points here before halftime. As we said, Bishop Guilfoyle will come out at halftime and receive the ball. Plenty of time on the clock. 2:12 and 2 timeouts left for the Rams. Jake Regan back to throw. Has Arnold McGarrow just off the fingertips. A little high for Arnold. Even for him, it was a little bit high. He tried to high point that ball and just went off his fingertips. That'll bring up third down.
I wonder if that's a play to set up another one, a hitch and go. They'll fake that one and he can go.
Not sure completely about the formation that the Marauders are going to come out, but it looks like the number 11 is hanging over on McGarrow's side, even though he's just a single receiver out there.
Yeah, it's kind of shading over to that way. That is number 11, Evan Schimminger. All right, big third down and 10 from the Rams' 40-yard line. This would be a flag on the play. Is it going to be illegal motion on Richland? So it's going to make it even tougher now. Bring up third down and 15. And again, we saw this last week, Sponge. A couple motion penalties and a couple holding penalties. And we've seen that again tonight.
Yeah, it looked like it was illegal motion. Went off the line. The receiver went off the line.
Looks like they were going to do like a little jet sweep there.
Yeah, it looks like they had Grayson Malla as the lead blocker with Joey Mack as the ball carrier.
All right, so 3rd down and 15. We'll see what they draw up here. As Magera and Christian here on the left side. Mallet in the backfield. Regan rolls out and throws this ball looking for Magera on his sideline.
Looks like number 0, Tyson Lestocchi, was
he's
pretty much all over that.
He's been in the man that's been primary coverage with Arnold. That'll fall incomplete, so Richland going to have to punt this football away with 2:04 remaining here before halftime. Richland trailing 10-7. And back deep for the Marauders is number 2.
There's still plenty of time on the clock for Bishop Guilfoyle to put together a drive here.
Yep, Justin Wheeler, along with trying to catch a number 0, Tyson Lestocchi, because I think Insiglio is still a little bit banged up. And this is a good punt, good high punt. Caught by Wheeler, and Wheeler will be taken down right about the 35-yard line. We'll bring up 1st down and 10 for the Marauders with 1:55 remaining before halftime.
I'm not completely sure if you guys saw anything different, but it looked to me like he almost gave a little bit of a fair catch signal.
I saw that. I saw his hand come up.
I saw that, Dom. I thought, I don't know. It was kind of out to the side, not above his head.
Yeah, he didn't wave it very high, but it still wasn't that a little bit deceiving. If you're a defender coming in and you see their arm come out.
Let's ask Brian Schmidt. Oh, he's not here.
Yep.
Next week, we'll ask him.
Someone write that down and we'll remember to ask him in between weeks, or
he may
text
us about that right now.
He very well could. I think John Daly said he'll see us when we play Bellefonte is when we will see John Daly.
Sponge, how you feeling down there? Are you cold yet?
No, not at all. It's like a sunny day.
As he says with his lips, his teeth chattering. And we're going to have a timeout called by BG, their 3rd one of the half. And once again, we'll run down our sponsors because it is vital that we have them. We cannot do what we do if not for them. So thank you once again to First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Ashboro Landscaping, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window and Door Company, Cardellino Eye Care, Chan Soon Shong Medical Center, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD, The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX Screen Printing and Embroidery, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, Moore Family Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamond Company, The Fifth Eatery and Ale House, Laurel Auto Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholtz, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Vantage Physical Therapy, Flair of Country, RNDT, Market Basket, Mahalco's, and Grayson Lawn Care. And a big thank you once again to the Bistro who had the kids there on Thursday for a team meal. Thank you so much.
Yeah, it sounds a lot better when you say it than when I say it. So I'm sure for the sake of our sponsors, they'd love to hear.
You're going to keep doing it, buddy.
No, I'm fine with that.
All right, 1st down and 10. Pump fake. Wheeler throws it out, has a man. That's Lestocchi on the left side. He's brought down by Nepper and Grayson Mala, I believe.
Yeah, that was a great form tackle from Grayson Mala there, not letting him get anything to the sideline, keeping him in bounds and letting that clock tick.
Yeah, down to 1:35 here and counting. 10-7 BG leading. Good game like we thought it was going to be.
Sponge went to the sweatshirt.
Oh, of course he did. He couldn't even wait to halftime. I told you he was getting cold.
Hey, now, you're not supposed to call me out like that, Dom. Come on.
Hey, I say it how I see it.
Much warmer.
All right, 2nd down and 10. No gain on that play. And this is Wheeler. He'll keep it himself, and he will go nowhere again. Gets back to the line of scrimmage and bring up a 3rd down and 10. BG might be just content here, just to kind of let this run down. Now they get the ball after half.
For sure. That was a great play by Brody Hollis there. Shed his block and get to the quarterback in the backfield, not let anything happen, not let him get to the sideline.
I'm going to say Brody Hollis has about 20 tackles tonight so far.
That's what it seems
like.
Yeah.
He's all over the field, and he came off early and got wrapped up a little bit and went back out.
Yeah, he might have he might be the front runner for the sponge chain.
Ashton Roberts just came onto the field as Chase Tresnicki checked out. 3rd down and 10. Wheeler, handoff. And off of left tackle, BG plows forward. Has enough for the first down at the 45-yard line.
BG out of timeouts, though, so they can't stop the clock.
Once they set the ball, the clock goes with 14 seconds and counting. I think BG is just going to be happy to take us one now to the locker room.
Yeah, and I'll try to grab Coach here right before he goes into the locker room.
Yeah, so maybe some adjustments here Richland's going to have to make. They have one really good drive, 85-yard drive by the Richland Rams, culminated in a 26-yard scoring strike from Jake Regan to Alex Bond. Answered the score of Bishop Guilfoyle, who had a pretty good drive of the room for a 52-yard drive, mostly on the ground by them. And we'll see what adjustments Richland comes out with and what they do offensively as well with any adjustments.
I'm sure they're going to continue to take those deep shots, as we've seen Jameer Christian beat his man down the right sideline for a huge gain. Alex Bond obviously beat his guy down the seam for a touchdown. I'm sure they're going to continue to come back to that and maybe get some big plays.
Yeah, I just saw a little sad scene. We saw Consiglio running back into the locker room with his jersey off and little tears in his eyes. So something must have happened to that shoulder, and we'll definitely pray for that young man.
I believe he didn't come into this game at 100% health. I think he was playing with a already a little hurt arm.
Yep. We'll see if Sponge can grab Coach Bailey for a
I got Coach Bailey here.
Great teammate. Get down here.
All right, so we're going to have Coach Bailey in a second as he's taking his team to the sideline.
Coach, it's 10-7 half. What'd you see you liked? What do you got to improve?
Yeah, I like the way that we threw the ball a little bit there in the first half. We ran the ball well at times, played great defense. So we got to come out, stop them, get a 3-and-out in the second half, and it's 24 minutes. Two great football teams, two great football programs. I'm excited for the second half.
Yeah, we were talking about the running back losing the ball just after the whistle a couple times. We finally got one.
Absolutely, yeah. We can't control those things. We just play hard. Kids are playing great, and excited for those last 24 minutes.
Good luck in the second half.
All right, again, you got to get him to run off the field, though, Sponge. You got to tell him. It looks really cool when you do the interview and then he sprints toward the locker.
Yeah, but there's no video. You can't see that.
But we can explain it. Look at him run. Look at the stride.
Oh, look at that. He's flying off the field.
Seriously.
I'm trying to catch up, but I can't.
Want. Yeah, but we'll make sure Coach does that next week at home, and maybe we'll be on camera and we can actually watch it. All right, so for us, we will step aside here at halftime. Richland trailing 10-7. Bishop Guilfoyle will have the football when we come back. Hoping you are enjoying the broadcast. You are listening to the Richland Ram Football Network.
Nothing.
Something that makes noise.
Yeah.
Or does one of these things have to be on? Oh, maybe this has to be
Oh.
on. Ready?
Birds.
Oh, we got birds.
You can play this one when you're right before you get on. It's the music. It's like an intro music. And then if the big play for Richland, these are the clapping hands and stuff on that.
We should mark those.
Yeah.
Label them.
Yeah, we
You know,
could.
like right before you come on, just hit that so it grabs their attention.
There you go.
Like, oh yeah, pay attention. You know,
We're back.
Back on.
You know, all right, back. Yeah, we're back. We're asleep.
Yeah, we were talking.
You
And,
know, just
I said, Steph, how do we sound? She goes, you're not on yet. I said,
no,
yes,
we
we
are. Or my
Bibble!
it's a quick move of the wire. It has to be on the microphone side, not the line side.
Yeah, I was like,
So we got it up and running before game time, so we're good.
Yeah, it's all good.
hey, Tim. It's just like
All right, welcome back to Mansion Park as the Richland Rams are just making their way back out onto the field. You are with us on the Richland Ram Football Network. I'm Ed DiMartino along with Dom Shank and Brian the Sponge Brep. And we have Dave Bebler up with us too, who's our guru up here. He sets everything up for us, makes our life so much easier. We don't have to carry any equipment anymore. He sets everything up. Everything works, which is awesome. So thank you, Dave, so much. And we're going to have a little fun with some
Hey guys, while we have a second here, I'm with the herd here. Last week we tried to interview him and it didn't come across. Now I'm loud and clear. Who do I have here? The leader of the herd is?
Caden Robertson.
Addison Piscatello.
You guys sound good tonight. What was the theme here? What are you guys all wearing?
We're doing like preppy, business casual, because Guilfoyle, they wear uniforms and they're preppy and stuff, so we decided to throw a little shade at them, I guess you would say.
You guys sound great. You got to keep it up in the second half. And next week, I'll pick a fan of the game.
Okay.
So
sounds good.
Spread the word.
All right, we will.
I heard there's a big volleyball match Tuesday.
Hunting theme. We're going to take down the bison. Hunting theme. Be there.
All right. We appreciate you guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so I'm going to play a little intro music. We'll see if everybody likes this little intro.
Oh, I love it. I love this. This is awesome.
All right, so what'd you think, Sponge? You like that?
I like that. That sounds great.
Yeah, so might be our intro music.
What was the other one we're going to play?
So this is just if Richland makes a nice play, I think this is the one. Bottom one. No, I really don't hear anything. That's birds.
Birds chirping.
Yeah, I don't hear anything. No, nothing really there. Oh, there we go. I like this one again. If that doesn't pump you up, I don't know what does.
I like this one. This is awesome.
Oh, yeah, that is the new Richland Football Network intro. All right.
Yeah, Stone could never.
So let's recap what's happening in this game. So Richland took the opening kick, Dom went 3 and out, had to punt the ball away to Bishop Guilfoyle. They took the ball at their own 48-yard line and drove it down the field, 52 yards. Ended up in a scoring run by Jake Kissel, who did a lot of that work on their first set of downs. And then Richland able to answer back. They started the ball at their own 15-yard line after a holding call on a kickoff and was able to go down 85 yards. And it was a 26-yard scoring strike from Jake Regan to Alex Bond. And then Bishop Guilfoyle later in the game able to drive down and pick up a field goal. A pretty short field goal, probably about maybe a 20-yarder or so, hit through by Bolin. So it sets our score at 10-7. And you heard Coach Bailey say, Richland's doing a pretty good job defensively. I think so as well. A lot of run, heavy offense by the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders, but they just lose a big piece in Consiglio, who they were kind of using Consiglio and Kissel along with Wheeler, and now you lose Consiglio, so we'll see if that changes anything here for Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yeah, definitely. They definitely have veered away from the Jake Kissel running quarterback as Wildcat when they get down close to the end zone, which I'm a little bit surprised because it worked so well on the first drive.
Yeah, he was just going right up the middle, putting his head down and picking up 6 yards, it seemed, on a carry, and then they kind of got away from that, which I'm kind of shocked as well, but we are ready to start here the second half as Mitchell Timsick getting ready to kick off. And Timsick will kick this away as it will roll out of bounds as Wheeler was there and kind of let it roll. Did a smart thing, let it roll out of bounds. Knew it was going to bounce that way. But still not a bad win for the Rams. We saw what he did the last time on a kickoff. He was able to take it the whole way down to the other Richland's 20-yard line.
So they do have the option for Richland to re-kick, correct?
Yes, they can either take the ball where it's spotted, or they can have Richland kick. They're going to take it at the 35-yard line, which I would do as well, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, there's really not much better than just being handed the ball at the 35-yard line. I mean, they could take another chance of Wheeler having a great return again, but I think that the Rams probably patched that up during halftime, so I doubt that would happen again.
All right, so first down and 10 comes Bishop Guilfoyle. First play here of the second half. Guilfoyle leading 10-7. Wheeler going to fake the handoff, keep it himself, and he'll be brought down from behind as he got close to the 40-yard line. In on the tackle was Joey Ragno, along with Joe McEnany. So gain of 5 yards. It's going to be a second down and 5 upcoming. I think we have somebody new in the backfield as well for Bishop Guilfoyle, as Kissel will check back in now.
Yeah, I think that this could be the most important drive of the entire game, because if Richland stops him here and goes out and puts a score on the board, that could really be a huge momentum shift for Richland. But if Bishop Guilfoyle marches down and scores a touchdown, that could be kind of momentum crushing for the Rams.
Wheeler again fakes off, rolls out, has a man, that's Kissel, and Kissel will have maybe just come a yard short.
It's going to be a flag.
And it's a flag
72,
on the play.
yeah, he pretty much tackled Nate Pugh.
All right, so a flag on the play, holding call as he takes down Nate Pugh. But I was going to say number 25 now is in the backfield for the first time, Connor O'Connick. Pretty big boy himself, listed at 6'2", 195. They have they have some big boys coming in that backfield.
Yeah, like we've seen before, a penalty like that can really just destroy an entire drive. It's going to take a big play to answer back and try and make third down a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, that was going to be third and about a half a yard, all the way now back to the 30-yard line. So second down and 15.
Like we've seen that from Richland last week before, and that we've even seen it today, how much that can really kill a drive.
All right, big shift here by the Marauders. And Wheeler takes the handoff, tries to pick his way up the middle, and he will go nowhere. Richland did a great job of staying right with that play. And that's a bunch of Richland Rams led by number 75.
Hostetler, yeah.
Hostetler, yep.
It looks like 52 Ashton Roberts subbing out for number 5 Jackson Fitel, another person in the secondary trying to maybe lock up the skies and not let a big play happen, try and not let him reset the chains.
Let's face it, what happened last time was a big 3rd and 8 play, and they ran that screen play, and how Wheeler got that ball all the way off to Kissel, I have no idea. It was amazing. Now they're 3rd and 15.
Wheeler had a little bit of a limp there after that tackle.
Okay, so something to keep an eye on. Yep, 3rd down and 15 now.
I'm sure the Rams saw that and have that noted in the back of their heads.
And O'Connick will stay in the backfield here, trying to get Richland to jump offside. As Wheeler back to throw. Wheeler getting heavy rush. Wheeler's going to go down.
He's down.
A big sack by the Richland Rams. As that is number 45. Is that Joe Ragno?
Ragno. Oh, so stellar. Ragno was there first.
Yep.
And Wheeler's getting up slow again.
Wheeler's a little slow to get up there.
So this is what Coach Bailey had talked about in your interview, Sponge, was to get a quick 3 and out, which they just did. Force Bishop Guilfoyle to punt and see what you can do here. So good on the Richland defense coming out at halftime, making some nice adjustments. Aided by a big holding call, though, on Bishop Guilfoyle.
As we've seen before, this isn't just a punt. If Jameer Christian gets this ball with a little bit of room, he can make a huge play.
All right, the punt is away. It will take a good Richland bounce now and down at about the 42-yard line of Richland. So works out well for the Rams. They take over at their own 42, first down and 10, trailing 10-7.
That was the first drive I really saw Richland just dominate the Guilfoyle line. So they might have made some adjustments here.
Yeah, I mean, you know Coach Ripple very well, Dom. He is one heck of a defensive coordinator. He always makes a lot of adjustments at halftime based on what he sees.
Yeah, they definitely pick up on some stuff that I can't imagine that other coaches would.
All right. It's going to be Grayson Malla now, who is going to go into the shotgun here as they come out first down and 10. Braden Nepper in the backfield.
And Regan's out at wide receiver.
All right, so Jake Regan out at wide receiver. So did a little different look here for the Richland Rams. It's going to be Braden Nepper. And Braden Nepper will maybe pick up a yard. I think he'll just be a no gain back to the line of scrimmage at the 42, second down and 10.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Bishop Guilfoyle fills the shoes of Tarian Costiglio.
He's having a good game.
Yeah, he was.
Having a good game defensively, having a good game offensively, and unfortunately it looked like he left with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, they're definitely going to need someone off the sideline to come in and pick him up.
All right, so Malla will stay in at quarterback. Second down and 10. They'll put Regan in motion. Regan out to the right side. Regan looking to throw. Wells back. Has a man, Arnold Magaro, on his sideline. And we'll see if the ball is called. Incomplete.
Drop. No, it's out of bounds.
All right, so incomplete pass. I'll bring up 3rd down and 10. So a little wrinkle there, having Jake lined up as wide receiver, having to come on a sweep. Pitched it to him, and then he tried Aaron McGarrell on the sideline. On the right sideline will fall incomplete as it was out of bounds. And now Jake Regan will go back to his normal quarterback position here as Grayson Malla checks out. Need a big play here, Sponge.
Yeah, go back to McGarrell.
All right, 3rd down and 10.
Richland student section getting loud.
Regan back to throw. Regan setting up a screenplay. He has a man. That is Joe McInerney. Joe McInerney has a 1st down and more as he's in a BG territory close to the 40-yard line. Great screenplay run there by the Richland Rams.
That was perfectly executed from the Rams.
Yep, excellent. And Joe McInerney able to take it all the way to, looks like, going to spot it at the 40-yard line of BG. So big 3rd down and 10 converted with 8:44 remaining here in the third quarter.
As Willer did. And go ahead, Gus.
I was going to say that was the second huge screenplay in this game that flipped the field and reset the chains. You know, Richland faced with a 3rd and long, and that was a great job to get across the line and reset the chains.
All right, so Jake Regan will go back into the shotgun, drops back to pass, has to roll out to his right, looking down the field, fakes it, keeps it. Jake Regan slides at about the 35, takes a shot.
I thought there was going to be a flag there, I'm not going to lie.
There could have been. It was close. I mean, he was kind of sliding as the runner, it's hard as a defender for me to hold up. It was kind of at the same time for me. I think that's a good no call.
Well, ever since your quarterback Kenny Pickett did that fake slide move in the ACC championship, quarterbacks have been taking shots.
And we knew that would never be allowed to happen again. Yep, absolutely. That changed that whole rule. All right, so the ball at the right about the 35-yard line.
You would never see Drew Aller do that.
Exactly. Drew Aller would just run right through him.
2nd down and 6 for the Rams as Joe Mack will go into motion a little bit. Joe Mack comes back for the inside handoff. Joe Mack will find some room. Joe Mack puts a stiff arm out. He's at the 25, the 20. Joe Mack, another shake and tackle inside the 15-yard line, maybe right at the 15-yard line. So they fake Joe Mack on the little, put him in motion a little bit, had him come back for the inside handoff, and able to follow his blockers, find a hole, and then give a good stiff arm. And Joe McInerney gets to about the 14-yard line.
That looked like maybe a counter play. That was perfectly executed by the Rams offensive line. You know, really just made a huge hole for him, was falling right behind his lead blockers, and then, like we saw, that was just a great play.
Brody Hollis, who's having a great game on defense, he was pulling on that, and he absolutely destroyed the defensive end.
All right, so Braden Nepper will check in now as Joe Mack will check out. 1st down and 10 for the Rams at the BG 14-yard line. 6:58 remaining here in the third quarter. 10-7 Bishop Guilfoyle. This is Malla who goes up the middle. Malla will get inside the 10-yard line to about the 9. Good hard run by Grayson Malla.
That looked like maybe the exact same play, just tried to hit it with Grayson this time. It looks like they had looked like Birdie pulled again. I'm sure that the defensive end was expecting that when he didn't get blocked.
2nd down and 5 now. Richland can pick up a 1st down right about the 2-yard line or so. Actually, at about the 4-yard line. Regan going to follow his blockers out to the left side. Regan tries to cut it back in. Regan will get taken down after maybe a yard gain.
Looks like Birdie Hollis was a little bit slow to get off the field there, maybe limping a little bit. We saw him come out a little bit earlier with some sort of leg. Maybe it was a cramp or just maybe something extended where it shouldn't have or anything like that.
Yeah, he's definitely gotten it out tonight.
That just makes his performance even that more impressive.
All right, 3rd down and 4. Ball at the 8-yard line of Bishop Guilfoyle. 6:17 on the clock. Richland trailing 10-7. And it's Malla in at quarterback. They'll put Fitel in motion. Malla going to follow that hole right up the middle. Malla is going to be into the end zone. It's a Richland Ram touchdown. Grayson Malla goes in untouched. They put Jackson Fitel in motion, and Malla just took it right through that hole and able to follow some blocking. Basically went in untouched. So 8-yard run for Grayson Malla, and Richland is in the lead now, 13-10. Pending the extra point.
Yeah, that was exactly what the Rams needed after holding them to a huge stop there on the first drive. They retook the lead, and now it's going to put the pressure on Bishop Guilfoyle.
All right, Mitchell Timsick on to attempt the extra point. Good snap, good hold, kick is away. And that one's going to be good. So Mitchell Timsick puts the Richland Rams up 14-10 with 6:12 on the clock here in the third quarter.
Ed, you're going to have to start calling him Money Mitch here pretty soon.
We got to have you read these again, Dom. Let's go.
All right, I got to redeem myself. Special thank you to First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Ashbro, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window, Cardellino Eye Care, Chan Soon Shong Medical Center, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD, The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, More Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamonds, The Fifth, Laurel Water Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholt, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Vantage, Flair of Country, RNDT, Market Basket, Mahalco's, and Grayson Lawn Care. Also, special thanks to the Bistro for hooking the boys up with a great meal before the game.
And remember, we are coming.
Yeah, we will. We will be there.
We'll be at the Bistro.
We'll be there. So, what do you think, Ed? Was that a better reading than the first one?
Much, much better. You got you through Chan Soon Shong Medical Center without a hiccup. So fantastic.
I had to really think about that one before I said it.
And without a little giggle afterwards. I heard a giggle last time.
I patted him on the back. It was a great job. So, yeah. Yeah. All right, Mitchell Timsick is going to be on to kick it off here for the Rams after the Grayson Mallett 8-yard touchdown run puts the Rams up 14-10. What a football game. We knew it was going to be a really good game, and we have not been disappointed. Very good football game here played by both teams so far.
Yeah, I was really surprised to see the Rams offensive line come out and just absolute dominate. I mean, it seemed like a pretty even matchup between lines in the first half, but the Richland offensive line just came out and just absolutely dominated on that drive.
All right, Lestocki and Wheeler are back deep for the Marauders. This ball kicked to Justin Wheeler right around the 19-yard line. And he will be taken down.
That's a great hit.
Zach Grayson Malla just put the shoulder into Wheeler, and Wheeler's down. Wheeler is shaken up. That was a big stick, and there was nothing wrong with that. That was just a shoulder-to-shoulder, just a big hit by Grayson Malla.
That was an absolutely perfect hit. The Richland sideline is getting hyped now. I think that's the momentum they need to get out here and get him a 3-and-out.
Yeah, Wheeler is up and looks okay. Like you said, he was limping on the last set of downs. He took, an absolute shot. Sponge, you can probably feel it.
Oh, my God. Grayson about decapitated him. Grayson is in this game, buddy. I just saw him on the sidelines before that, and he's in beast mode.
The thing is, that was a good, clean hit. It was shoulder to shoulder and just took Wheeler right off his feet.
Absolutely.
I'm sure Wheeler's a little shooken up after that play. I'm sure that they're probably going to try and get the ball out of his hands and get it to a running back here.
I'm impressed Wheeler's still in the game, though. So Wheeler going to fake the handoff, throws a little pass out to Kissel, and that ball was not thrown with much on it.
I
wonder if he's feeling a little bit of effects.
Yeah, I'm actually a little surprised that the referees didn't make him take a play off.
Yeah, because he threw that with nothing on that ball.
When a kid lays there for a minute, he's got to come off.
Yeah, and I was surprised to see him get up because we saw him. He was a little slow to get up a little bit earlier in the game. I know he had halftime to maybe reset, but that was an absolutely critical hit.
But he's throwing the ball with some zip on it. That one had
that was floating.
It had 0 on that pass. So something to keep an eye on is 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. Ball at the 31-yard line of Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yeah, it looks like they took him out of the backfield. He's out. He's wide right now.
Yeah, Kissel is going to take it himself. Kissel going to go up the middle, and Richland stops that up, and Kissel will maybe get to the 36-yard line. Oh, pick up 4 yards.
Grayson Malla on the tackle. He was on the bottom.
Yeah, Malla is all over the place right now. So he'll pick up, actually picks up 5 yards to 36, so 3rd down and 5.
I'll tell you what, it's been a lot of fun to watch him play the defensive side this year. I know that we haven't got to see him play the last 2 years because he's been playing quarterback, but I think that switch was the best thing for him and his build and his personality on the football field.
All right, so here we go. They're going to put Wheeler back in at quarterback now on a 3rd down and 5. And that is O'Connick, who is in the backfield with him. Wheeler back to throw. Wheeler got tipped at the line, picked off. Grayson Malla is at the 30, the 20, the 10. And Grayson Malla taken just outside the 5-yard line. Off the tip, Grayson Mala picks it off. And deep into BG territory, Richland set up.
I know who wants the chain this week.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's pretty set in stone right now, Sponge.
So ball
It's looking good.
Looks like the ball's going to be spotted at the 6-yard line. First down and goal, Richland Rams. And all this was set up, I think, by that hit the Mala put on Wheeler off the kick.
Sponge, did you get to see who batted that ball?
I didn't catch who got the hand up, but
I'm gonna guess Brody Hollins.
that's probably has a guess because those two are having a hell of a game.
Yeah, it's probably a really good pick. Probably can't go wrong with that. As Jake Regan now will go into the shotgun. First down and goal from the 6-yard line.
Timeout. Guilfoyle.
Timeout.
They're
BG.
flustered.
Yeah, right now, like you said, Dom, this is a game of momentum. And right now, boy, that pendulum has swung all the way to the R right now. And Richland has a golden opportunity, something right now that you cannot afford to come away without points here.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity for the Rams to put their foot on the pedal and really just drive this game out of proportion.
Yeah, and again, like you said, put them where they have to put the ball in the air. And now with maybe Justin Wheeler maybe not feeling the best, but I'm kind of surprised, Sponge. I don't know if you are too. I mean, we saw them put back in Kissel at running back. He picks up 5 yards on the run. Then they go back to Justin Wheeler again. Why not just stick with Kissel? He's picking up 5-6 yards almost every single play.
Yeah, I was a little surprised at that, especially with Wheeler getting slobber knocked.
There
That's
you go.
the first
There's
time I got to use it this year.
Slobber knocked. I love it. Yeah, he absolutely got pulverized. I like that word too.
Pulverized?
Yeah, I'm a big
you guys are
pulverized.
full of great words. I feel like I have to pull something out
Yeah,
now.
you got to find your word for the year here, Dom.
No, don't worry. I'll come next week. Next week I'll have a great word.
Well, Stone made an entire list.
Oh, he had a whole list of words.
He said, what other words can we use? So me and Sponge just started coming with a bunch of them. He's like, well, that's good. So he had a whole list of them. So you may want to call Stone. I'm sure he has them somewhere, and you can add to
I'll have
that
him
list.
email me.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll definitely come with a list full of great words that we can use for football next week.
All right, so first down and goal from the 6-yard line come the Richland Rams now. With 5:10 remaining in the third quarter, a great opportunity for Richland Rams to extend this lead. 14-10 right now, your score. And Jake Regan will go into the shotgun. And Jake Regan will follow his blockers. Regan takes a shot right at about the 5-yard line. Dives his way to maybe about the 3.
Yeah, I really think that timeout wasn't even necessarily they didn't like what they saw on the field. I think it was to try and just slow Richland down because they were going to keep their foot on the pedal and just based on how that was going, they were just going to run the ball right up the middle for a touchdown.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think they were just out of sorts, and I think he just called a timeout just to get everybody settled down. So they'll give him 2 yards on that play to the 4-yard line. Second down and 4.
After that interception, Grayson took a couple plays off to cool off a little bit. You know, he's been hyped.
Yeah, well, now Mala is back in at quarterback here. Last time he took it 8 yards in for the score.
Yeah, after that set, he deserved a play or two off.
Mala again. Mala dives forward, and Mala is going to be stopped at about the half-yard line. That's going to bring up third down and goal. Maybe at the 1. We'll see where they spot this.
Joe Mack going in.
I'm sure that doesn't have anything to do with the play that they're going to run next.
All right, so Mallow goes back to quarterback here. Nate Pugh checks in, and Joe Mack in the backfield here with Mala. Third and goal from the 1. And Mala hands off to Joe Mack. Joe Mack breaks it out, loses his footing a little bit, and he's short at about the half-a-yard line. So he'll bring up fourth down and goal from the half-yard line. I think this has got to be Mala straight ahead for me here. As Braden Nepper now will check in, Alex Vaughn is checking out. Big opportunity here for the Rams. Fourth down and goal from the half-yard line.
All right, I look for Mala up the middle and Joe Mack to be pushing from behind.
Absolutely. You got to go with the heavy set.
Yeah, this has proved to be a good timeout so far for Bishop Guilfoyle, though. It seems like they took themselves off their heels, and they're playing with a little bit more energy now.
All right, so here we go. Fourth down and goal. Mala straight ahead. Mala dives. Mala has the touchdown. Waiting for the signal.
No, he's not in.
Oh, I thought he jumped in.
Oh, it looks like they got the ball.
Yeah, he was diving for the end zone and it came out.
So turned over. I thought it was gonna be
he
a
wouldn't
touchdown.
have had it anyways, so it would have been a turnover. It was fourth down.
Yeah, from our vantage point here, it looked like he dove in and had the touchdown, but I guess the ball came loose.
Yeah, right now would be a great time for a TFL or sack.
Back to your point there, Dom. That was a great timeout. Justin Wheeler is a very good head coach, and that was well planned.
And hopefully this doesn't take any of the starch out of Richland. They had all the momentum on their side. First down and goal from the 6-yard line after the Mala interception. Able to take it all the way to the half-yard line. And then they force a fumble from Mala. And now it's first and goal with Bishop Guilfoyle in their own end zone now. Wheeler in at quarterback.
That's Kissel in at quarterback. I
Kissel?
wasn't really
Okay.
expecting anything different. They're just
Kissel
trying to
gonna
get
run
out of their own.
And Kissel will drive the pile forward. And he's taken down at about the 5. So picks up about 3 yards.
Jay Kissel on the carry.
We'll bring up second down. Yeah, Richland really clogging up that line of scrimmage now.
Yeah, once again, that was one of those scrums where they weren't blowing the whistle, and it looked like the pile was stopped.
See, that's always the thing. When they don't blow the whistle, that's where injuries can happen. Like once the progress is stopped, they've got to blow the whistle. You don't want to see anybody get hurt on an extended play that should have been blown dead a long time ago.
That is exactly how I got hurt. I was in the middle of a pile, and the whistle wasn't blown, so
Right,
kid took
Kissel
a free shot at me.
looking to throw. Throws a screen. Oh, a slant. Almost picked off by Jameer Christian. He was looking for Wheeler.
We've seen them go to that slant twice at Jameer, and he's done a great job of driving through it and playing through the hands both times.
Right, and the good thing about Jameer is he's not getting there early. He's not interfering with the play. Broke on the football. Almost came up with that one.
Although he can be a bit of a hothead sometimes, he really has just great football IQ. He knows exactly what to do and where to be at all times.
Yep, definitely a very emotional young man for sure. And I bring up third down, a big third down, and 6 from the 5-yard line of BG. Bishop Guilfoyle down 14-10. Back to throw, and here comes sack in the end zone. The ball is out. Richland's going to get it no matter what, but boy, is that Wheeler at quarterback again? He took a shot.
That was Braden Nepper coming off the edge, untouched.
Oh my goodness! I mean, he got clobbered. I'm surprised that was not.
Just when we thought we saw the biggest slobber knocker of the night, Braden Nepper just absolutely destroys him.
Yeah, boy, he came out, and it's going to be Richland's ball, like first and goal, back almost where they started, Sponge, at the 1-yard line.
And he never saw him coming.
No, he never saw
Never.
guys back. He had the blind side, and Nathan Nepper just, man, he laid a smack down on him.
Yeah, Sponge, I'm going to have to put that word. Would you repeat it for the
slobber knocked?
Slobber knocker. That was a slobber knocker.
I'm going to have to write that down.
Slobber right out of his mouth.
We'll see if they reward Braden Nepper as he's coming into the backfield here. It's going to be first down and goal.
Yeah, Sponge, I'm going to have to put that one down on a piece of paper and write X2 next to it.
All right, so Richland.
They got the big backfield in.
Yeah, let's just I think that the Rams should just line up and take 4 shots right up the middle, try and get in the end zone. I really don't think that there's a point in doing anything else.
Anything different. You're exactly right. Why risk, throwing a ball for a pick or something like that? Just, you know what, protect that football with your arms. Take it straight ahead. You need a yard. 4 downs to get it. As Mala in at quarterback again. First down and goal from the 1. Mala goes off the right side. Flag on the play from the umpire here in the back. This is going to be a hold on Richland, and here we go again.
I hope they announce the number because I didn't really see anything. But
Yep, it's going to be a hold on Richland. So once again, Richland now. That was thrown by the umpire here in the back with a white hat. And Mala would have been in for the touchdown, and instead it's going to be first down and goal all the way back to the 11-yard line now. 1:58 here remaining in the third quarter. Richland up 14-10. This would be huge, a huge score for the Richland Rams if they can put one in the end zone here. All right, Jake Regan will go back at quarterback. First down and goal from the 11. This is going to be Joe Mack Joe Mack trying to get to the corner. Joe Mack is going to be maybe another hold on the on Richland on the side over here.
This is unbelievable.
Yep. Could be 2 penalties in a row, 2 holding calls in a row. Richland would have been in for a touchdown on the first one. Pushed back to the 11. It looks like this one's going to come back 10 more yards.
I wish we had Brian Schmidt here tonight. Just thinking back to that sack. He blasted him in the end zone, and the ball rolled forward out of the end zone.
Yeah.
That shouldn't have been a safety.
That's what I said. I think it should have been a safety. I was kind of saying the same thing, but I don't know the rule. But Richland going to get called with another hold out to the 21-yard line. What was a first and goal from the 1 is now a first and goal from the 21-yard line.
Yeah, Richland fans were not happy with that call whatsoever, as we can hear the boos just echoing throughout the entire.
They have not been happy pretty much all game long. There's been a lot of
questionable calls.
Yes. Maybe things that they saw that they thought should have been called, and things that were called that they don't think should have been called. So.
There's also some bad blood between Richland and Bishop Guilfoyle. Dating back a couple of years ago, they actually...
Regan looking deep. Regan looking on the sideline. Has Jameer Christian. Jameer, did he go
that's
down?
That's Jackson Feitel.
Jackson Feitel, and he comes down with it. Jackson Feitel keeps the foot in bounds. Great throw by Jake Regan.
Yeah, like I said,
he knocked a pylon over when he landed.
Nice.
That should be a touchdown.
That's a touchdown.
Well, it's going to be back to the 1-yard line, maybe the half-a-yard line. Yeah, but if you hit the pylon, that is the extension of the end zone. That is a touchdown.
For those who watched the Penn State game, we saw Katron Allen do the exact same thing, and they called it a touchdown.
Dude, if you hit the pylon, it's a touchdown. As long as the ball crosses the pylon. You can't do it with your foot. The ball has to cross the pylon or hit the pylon. Maybe it was just his foot sponge. About the only thing I can say is maybe it was just his foot that took the pylon. The ball has to be the part that hits the pylon. All right, they're going to call a timeout here as the play clock was running down. So Richland will burn a timeout with 2nd down and goal. Back to where they started, the 1-yard line. Here we go again, Dom.
Yep. Dating back to what I said, there is definitely some bad blood between the Marauders and the Rams. As 2 years ago, the Marauders beat Richland at Hurlinger Field to knock them out of the playoffs.
Well, Sponge, that Kesey Wetter was the difference in that football game. For Bishop Guilfoyle, he was amazing, and I think he walked on to Penn State and is actually on that team.
Wow, that's impressive.
He was a walk-on, and I think they elevated him. I just kind of read something that his stock is rising, but he was a heck of a player. He won that game to me single-handedly because Richland was in the backfield the entire game, and that kid shook tackle after tackle and made play after play, and ended Richland's season right then and there. And it was to me an incredible performance by Kesey Wetter.
Yeah, hey guys, I just asked the referee about that play in the end zone, but he said he was too far away to see it.
Yeah.
And I brought up that roll that Brian brought up, and he said you're right on that. The ball would be from where it fumbled.
Yeah.
So he said you guys are up on your roll book this year.
Yeah,
I said yeah we are.
Yeah, but apparently not so on the field, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that really should have been a safety.
Yeah, that ball definitely hit in the end zone and rolled forward. He was lucky it didn't hit and roll backwards out of the back of the end zone.
Absolutely. All right, so 2nd down and goal from the half-a-yard line, it seems like. So Richland in position again for about the 3rd or 4th or 5th time now.
They might be snapping this ball from inside the end zone.
No, it's the ball's on the turf. It was a kind of a bad snap, and that was Jake. Yeah, Jake Regan able to at least jump on it.
I mean, we got to capitalize on this. We have to.
Yeah, it's just another mistake. It was kind of a bad snap. They know what they want to do is they want to take Malin and go forward. Ball hit the turf, and good on Jake Regan to pick it up, but they're going to lose about a yard. So now it's 3rd down and goal from the 2. And we are down to 1 minute now remaining in the 3rd quarter. Richland looking to go up another score here. Jake Regan drops back. Regan has to roll out. Regan's throwing it for the end zone. Flag on the play. And that could be
I think it's finally on Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yes, it could be interference in the end zone.
If I am correct, that does not reset the chains, though, does it?
No, it does not.
Just cuts the distance from 1 to half a yard.
But it keeps it a 3rd down.
That is true.
Right. But it should be either a pass interference or a hold in the end zone against Bishop Guilfoyle. Yep, that's what it's going to be. It's going to be, I think it's a holding call.
Yeah, half the distance, replay the down.
Yeah, so it's back to being 3rd and goal. Here we go again, right, Dave? Right back to where the ball has been for like the last half an hour.
This feels like Groundhog Day.
It is. It's like Groundhog Day all over again. 47 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. 3rd down and goal from about the half-yard line, it seems like. Maybe the 1, so.
Yeah, it's just on the 1.
I am very surprised to see Justin Wheeler out on the field guarding Jameer Christian. I mean, after those 2 devastating blows he took, you got to give it to the kid. That's impressive to get up after those 2 shots he took.
Yeah, I still think Richland has to keep this one on the ground, though.
Yeah.
3rd down and goal from the 1. Regan hands off to Joe Mack. Joe Mack plows forward. Joe Mack, and he's in the end zone. It is a Richland Ram touchdown. So the Rams take it to 20-10, pending the extra point. That is a huge, huge touchdown in this football game. 43 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Richland finds the end zone again on the Joe McEnany 1-yard run.
Now that the Rams scored, I can say this. That was actually worked out better for the Rams, the fact that they drew so much time off the clock.
Yes,
I mean, it was just running the entire time. Yeah. And now it's a 2-score game, so now Bishop Guilfoyle has to score, get the ball back, and score again.
Timsick. Kick is up, and the kick is good. So Mitchell Timsick, perfect on the year so far. On extra points, he's fantastic. 21-10 your score. Yeah, it puts this game in a nice position for Richland. 2-score game. With 43 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And let's face it, we know Justin Wheeler maybe not be feeling his best right now. And they've already lost Consiglio. And they still have a healthy Jake Kissel, but that's you just lost your 2/3 of your offense potentially. Wheeler's staying out there, but I'm with you. Not sure if he's in the right mindset right now.
I mean, how can you be after taking those 2 shots? I mean those were just
clobbered.
2.
Yep. They're vicious. Yeah,
those are the ones that you're going to feel tomorrow morning.
Yeah, and they were so clean. They're good, clean hits.
And that might have been one where they said, do you know your name? And he said Saturday.
Yeah. Yeah, the one in the end zone, I think he actually, the top of his head hit before his feet did.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to watch back the play on that, if we can watch it on Huddle somehow.
Yeah, I'd have to imagine that they're going to start the drive and give just Kissel the majority of the workload on this drive, not necessarily because they need him to, but just to get the ball.
The problem is if you keep it on the ground,
they need to throw the ball.
Now, yeah, right. You're only going to have 12 minutes, and that's it on the clock, and you need 2 scores. So Listocki and Wheeler are back. Justin Wheeler's one tough kid. I'm just going to tell you that right now. All right, Timsick on it, kick it off here for Richland. After the 1-yard scoring plunge by McEnany, short kick. Taken at before the 30-yard line. And then taken down at about the 35. So pretty good coverage there by Richland.
Go figure. Grayson Mala on the touch.
Yep. That was Jack Giosa who was on the return. So ball to 35-yard line for BG. They are down 21-10 now with 39 seconds remaining in the third quarter. And I imagine we're going to see a very healthy dose of number 8 here, Jack Kissel. Yeah, and Kissel will line up as quarterback. They'll put Wheeler wide receiver, wide right. All right, Kissel empty in the backfield. Kissel back to throw. Kissel steps up, has a man at the 40.
There's a flag in the backfield there.
And taken down. This could be a hold on BG. It's in the backfield. This could be a holding call on Bishop Guilfoyle after what would have been a pretty good gain on first down.
I can hear some Richland fans pretty happy about that call. I feel like the Richland fans have felt like they've been getting targeted all game, and I'm sure that those last 2 flags, the pass interference in the end zone and that holding call there, are going to make them feel a lot better.
All right, so it's going to be a big holding call here on BG. That negated probably would have been close to a first down.
Once again, that just goes right back to showing how bad a penalty like that can just destroy a drive. They're going to need a huge play on first down here to even have a chance to get another first down.
It probably would have been either a first down and 10 or a second down and 1. Is now a first down and 20 all the way back to the 25-yard line. And the clock just continues to roll here. 19 seconds and counting before the end of the third quarter. And Jay Kissel will stay in at quarterback with Connor O'Connick in the backfield. Now Richland trying to time up the blitz here, and Jay Kissel will take this forward, and he maybe will get a yard to the 26. So good job by the Richland defense once again. That should take us, that's the end of the third quarter. So Richland's going to go in the fourth quarter with a 21-10 to lead and a second down and 19 upcoming. And we'll take this time once again to thank our many sponsors, and we cannot thank them enough. Thank you to Grayson Lawn Care, to Mahalco's, to Market Basket, RNDT, Flair of Country, Vantage Physical Therapy, Slovenian Savings and Loan, State Senator Wayne Langerholtz, RPM Signs, Laurel Auto Group, The Fifth Eatery and Ale House, Precious Metals and Diamond Company, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Moore Family Dentistry, Next Gen Amusements, Johnstown Insider, FX, Erie Insurance, FWF Insurance, The Willow, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino, DMD, Chansoon Shong Medical Center, Cardellino Eye Care, Best Window and Door Company, Beauty Lawn, Beeline Express Trucking, DB Homes, Ashboro Landscaping and Curbing, Advantage Auto Service, Advanced Office Systems, Able Pest Control, First Team Advertising, and First Summit Bank. And this week, thank you so much to the Bistro. You hosted our kids on Thursday for a nice team meal. Thank you so much. And again, we are coming this Friday, the Bistro, before our football game on Friday night.
I think my favorite part about reading all the sponsors is the little smile that Ed gets on his face right before he reads his own name.
Well, I don't want to screw it up either. I do that because what if I screw that up?
That'd be embarrassing.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
No, you did a great job, Ed.
Well, thank you, sir. You did too.
Thank you.
A friend of mine who's down here with a camera, but it takes video too. He was just showing me that play in the end zone, and he was 2 yards in the end zone when he got hit and fumbled.
Yeah, for sure. I should have been a safety, and obviously Guilfoyle would have had to punt it away to the Richland Rams. But
I mean, it all turned out well in the end, but
it ended up working out well. Exactly.
Just saying.
All right, so it's going to be second down and about 19 here as Kissel throws us in the backfield to Wheeler. Wheeler going to throw it back to Kissel. Oh, picked off.
Someone get on that ball. That's a live ball.
Jump on it. No, they couldn't get it. Yeah, that ball was a live ball. It was a backward pass. I think Richland would have jumped on. That would have been an interesting call. I think the referees were waving it off. I think they felt like it was a forward pass. So they tried a backward pass to Wheeler. The Wheeler went back all the way to Kissel and was almost picked off.
Jameer had that sniffed out.
You can see his eyes lit up from here. Yeah, he wanted to go get it.
I was very impressed by the Rams defense there. They didn't bite on that screen pass whatsoever. The entire secondary sat back, and then when they threw it across, everyone on the defense started scraping back across, and which gave Jameer the opportunity to shoot and try and make a play on that.
Yeah, this is third down. They have second down on the board, but it's actually third down.
Yeah, this is third. That's why I just looked at that, Ed.
Yep, third down. And about 18, 19 yards. They'll put Wheeler back in at quarterback now. And there's a motion. Kissel went forward. It's going to come back even more as Kissel left early. So that's going to push it back another 5 yards.
I think Richland's getting in Bishop Guilfoyle's head here.
I think, like you said, though, all that momentum really swung Richland's way. And for a brief moment went back to the BG way. But Richland really just jumped on it again and right back at it. And now BG just kind of scrambling here. Trying to find something. Third down now in 23.
And it shows how little, how something so little could be such a huge momentum shift. Like we saw Grayson Mala lay the boom on number 2 Justin Wheeler on the kickoff, which really wasn't even like a super critical play in the game, but that just got the Richland sideline up and going, which then led to them making 2 scores in a great second half so far.
I'm not sure what the huddle is here about from the referees. They spotted the ball. What's the right spot? It was a 5-yard penalty.
I think that they're discussing whether or not it's third or second down.
Yeah, they looked at the scoreboard.
Okay, they changed it on the scoreboard now. It's third down. The guys on the sticks have it right, so sometimes don't go by the scoreboard. The guys with the sticks have it right. So third down now and 23. Come the Marauders. Back to throw goes Wheeler. Wheeler guns it over the middle. Has a man. It's caught. Or did it hit the ground? No, it's going to be incomplete. Or is a flag on the play?
There might be a late hit on this. I don't know.
This would be bad because this is 3rd down and 23. You definitely don't want a late hit on Richland, but I think it might be the call. Yeah, personal foul, roughing the passer. That's what it is. 15-yard penalty. But I don't. Is this an automatic first down, or is this just a 15 yards?
I believe it'll be an automatic first.
Yeah, it's sometimes you just got to hold up. All right, so this ball comes all the way back. And that's going to be a first down for Bishop Guilfoyle. What is it so far? It's only 15 yards. They marked us all the way to the 49-yard line can you help me out on this, Sponge?
Yeah, that'd be after the play. So the game, the yards.
Okay, so they did call it a complete pass. Okay, that makes sense to me now. So big first down. Richland taking the roughing the passer call. Wheeler throws it out short again of his intended receiver. That is Listocki. And Wheeler, again, just looks like he doesn't have anything on his throw.
Yeah,
He got the one out there okay on the 3rd down that he took the late shot on. But, again, coming out to the side, just had nothing on that ball. No zip at all. Down to 11:33 here in the 4th quarter. Richland leading 21-10. And they'll keep Wheeler in at quarterback because they need to put the ball in the air here. Wheeler back to throw. Wheeler looking down the field. Wheeler has a man, Listocki, and Listocki able to push his way off, and he is going to get to the end zone. So big play there. Wheeler to Listocki from 49 yards out. And Bishop Guilfoyle back in business here. 21-16 pending the extra point. Yeah, Richland missed a couple of tackles there. And Listocki able to push away and get into the end zone. And they didn't take much time in doing so. Didn't waste any time at all. 11-24. The big play, though.
Yeah.
3rd down and 23. Complete the pass, but then took the late hit and gave Bishop Guilfoyle first down.
Once again,
49-yard line.
Yeah, once again, shows how huge of a momentum crusher it can be to get a penalty in a drive, especially in a 1st and 10 situation or a 3rd and, like you said, 3rd and 23 situation.
All right, so they're going to go for 2 on this play, and it is a little jump pass, and it's completed. So 21-18 now puts us the score within 3 now. And that's I remember from years ago when it was actually for the Laurel Highlands Championship, and Kellen Stahl did that.
Did the jump pass?
He did the jump pass, and it put Richland ahead, and they beat Ligonier Valley that night. And it was that jump pass. That's what they just did on that 2-point conversion. Kissel had the little jump pass, and 21-18. Now your score with 11-24 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, that's a good play every once in a while, especially if you've been running the ball up the middle like Kissel has been, just running the ball up the middle for consistently 4 to 5 yards all game. So then he goes to tuck, and then he just jumps and throws it right over the line when everyone crashes.
All right, so Richland looking to answer now as we're back to a 3-point game. Richland was up 21-10 going into the 4th quarter, and then really not much time wasted by Bishop Guilfoyle. Big 49-yard play, and then a 2-point conversion puts this game within 3 points.
Do you think the Rams are going to try and kill some clock here? Do you think the Rams are going to try and...
But the Rams are going to... But they have to get first down.
Yeah,
it's a good thing to kill the clock, but you can't take a yard. I mean, you got to make sure that you're moving the football. It's too close to the ball game to kind of rest on that now. You got to get more points.
I think that they have to stay in attack mode here.
I would think so too. But BG getting a lot of momentum out of that, so we'll see what they come out with defensively. Bolin now to kick it away. McEnany and Magera are deep for the Richland Rams. I don't think they're going to try an onside kick here. This is going deep. And Joey Mack will let it sail into the end zone. So very impressed with Bolin. Boy's got a big leg. Puts that one in the end zone. Richland will take over 1st and 10 from their 20-yard line.
Yeah, for those who didn't hear me the first time, he is 5'7", 135 pounds, kicking the ball to the middle and the back to the middle back of the end zone, which is just
a monster leg.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
All right, so Richland looking to answer the score and go back up 2 again.
The bad thing about Bishop Guilfoyle getting that 2-point conversion is that a field goal doesn't really matter, because if they score another touchdown, it's just going to put them right back on top.
All right, so here we go. First down and 10 for Richland. Going to keep Mala at quarterback. And I think you're going to probably go to ground and pound. Try to pick up some yards here. Mala hands us to Joey Mack. Joey McEnany able to keep his feet a little bit as he gets maybe a yard or 2. No, maybe just a yard to the 21. Going to bring up second down and 9 as Regan now will check back.
And this is a game of momentum, and I just felt that shift back to BG's momentum.
Yeah. Richland's going to need to pick up a bunch of first downs here, Sponge. Just keep moving the football and kind of take that air out of BG's sails. It can't go 3 and out here.
I think Richland might like that single coverage on the far side with number 2, Justin Wheeler, on number 3, Jameer Christian. We saw Jameer make a nice play on a deep ball earlier in the game. I'm wondering if they're going to come back to that maybe if they get to 3rd and long here.
All right, so Jake Regan will go into the gun here, second down and 9. And Regan back to throw. Regan trying to set up a screenplay, has a man. And hit as he crossed the 25-yard line. 26, Braden Nepper. And that'll put 3rd down and about 4. So nice little screenplay run again. Call 3rd down and 3, ball at the 27-yard line. This is a big down right here. Got to get yourself another set of downs. As Regan will stay in at quarterback. Trying to run the freeze play, trying to get BG to jump. They didn't. Regan fakes the handoff. Regan going to keep it himself. He has more than the first down as he gets to the 41-yard line.
That was a great run.
Rams.
That was a great play call by Coach Bailey there. He saw the middle linebackers starting to pinch. Maybe they were going to send a blitz there, so he did a fake handoff right up the middle and just had Regan sneak right around for not only a first down but more.
Yeah, gets to the 36-yard line. 36-yard line. First down and 10. Richland Rams with 9:29 and counting here in the 4th quarter. So Richland just going to try to keep moving this football, pick up first downs. They're up by 3.
That was best case scenario there. Get to 3rd down, draw a little bit of time off the clock, and then get a first down to reset the chains.
All right, Jake again. Jake, quick throw out to Jameer Christian. Jameer Christian makes a move. Well, great move. He's at midfield. Tries to cut it back inside. He's in the BG territory. Great move by Jameer Christian. Very slippery.
Wow, he left that guy in the dust.
Yeah, that was a great move. He faked him out of his shoes and gets to the BG 49-yard line.
I think a little bit more this year. The coaches have talked to Jameer about making one move and getting upfield rather than just playing around at the line of scrimmage.
All right, Joe Mack spins, and Joe Mack taken down at about the looks like the 47. Pickup of 2, bring up second down and 8. Clock running at 8:53 now and counting here in the 4th quarter. Richland up 21-18 in the BG territory at the 47-yard line. Checking the sideline for the play, letting as much time as they can go off that play clock as it's down to 18 now. Clock continues to roll. Second down, 8. Put Jameer Christian in motion. Fake to Jameer, inside handoff to Joe Mack. Joe Mack able to slip a tackle as he gets over the 45-yard line to about the 43.
That's a great play on 2nd and long there. Make 3rd more manageable. You can even run or pass here. It doesn't really matter. As long as you complete the pass, there's a very high % chance that you're going to get the first down.
It's going to be 3rd down. Another critical 3rd down up and coming. 3rd down and 4. Have to get to the 39-yard line. Grayson Mallett checks back into the game. He'll go into backfield with Joe Mack. So pretty heavy backfield here now for Richland Rams. As McGarrah comes right side. Jameer Christian looks like they're working on his shin over here on the sideline.
Hopefully that's just like a little bit of turf burn.
Just has a little bit of a cut, yeah. Jackson Fytel split wide left. 3rd down and 4. Joey Mack out to the left side. Joe McEnany has a first down and more as he crosses the 35-yard line. First down, Richland.
Yeah, that was a great block on the edge there by Jackson Fitel. It looks like he took Wheeler to the ground. Maybe that was a pancake block. It looks like Wheeler was able to push Joe Mack out of bounds from his knees, though.
Good drive here by the Richland Rams. Clock continues to move here. 7:34 now. Here remaining in the fourth quarter. Richland up 21-18. Ball now at the 33-yard line of Bishop Guilfoyle. Jake Regan rolling out. Jake Regan slips a tackle. Jake Regan looking down the field, going to keep it himself. Great move by Jake Regan as he gets over the 25-yard line. Great run by Regan. I almost thought Richland was offside. I thought maybe it made a little motion, or left a little bit early, but not called.
I'm very impressed about Regan's pocket presence and his ability to move in the pocket and evade tackles and evade sacks because, he's been able to see downfield so well, and he just keeps the defenders. He keeps pulling the defenders back and back and back, and then when he takes off, he gets 10 to 15 yards per rush.
Yeah, that's what I like. He never looks down like I'm going to run. His eyes are always down the field, because he could pass it. And then just keeps it himself, picks up a big first down here. Richland at the 23-yard line now at BG. Little busted play in the backfield. Going to go for a loss. Yeah, busted play.
Best case scenario for the Rams there, just go down, not make a bad play worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, the backs ran into each other in the backfield.
Yep.
So just something of note, this second half, Chase Tresnicki's been in a guard, and Brody Hollis has only been playing defense, so Tresnicki's been doing a good job.
There you go. Second down and 14 now. 6:23 and counting here in the fourth quarter. Richland again leading 21-18. Ball at the 27-yard line of BG. Handoff, Grayson Malla. Grayson Malla slips a tackle. Grayson Malla looking for the end zone as he's tripped up right around the 6-yard line. He was smelling pay dirt there and just got tripped up enough. That is a big body coming at you. He lowers those shoulder pads. And, I wouldn't want to go in there and tackle him.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw what the safety did there. He just dove directly at his knees, tried to take out his knees.
He just got enough of him. Malla goes down. He was looking for that end zone. Boy, he can smell it.
Although I think that's a little cheap. I think that is like the only way to get him to the ground.
That's all they can do. You got to go low. First down and goal from the 6-yard line. So Richland looking to go up 2 scores once more. Regan keeping himself. Regan picking his way. Regan gets it's about maybe the 3-yard line. Second down and goal from the 3.
Regan, he does a good job of making his body skinny and getting through the holes.
Yeah, able to turn his body and shift away. He picked his way pretty good there to pick up 3.
He just came out and got the big backfield in.
All right, second down and goal from the 3. Yep, going heavy. Malla in at quarterback with McEnany. Malla going to follow McEnany. Malla lowers the shoulder pads.
He's in.
And Malla is in. It is a touchdown. Richland Rams 3 yards out for Grayson Malla, who has had one heck of a football game here tonight.
He ran through 2 guys, and those guys looked deflated. They just laid there like, how do we tackle this guy?
Well, you had all the momentum going. You can almost feel it down there, Sponge. After the touchdown by Bishop Guilfoyle and a 2-point conversion, you get this within 3 points. Richland takes over at their own 20-yard line, able to move it 80 yards down the field, take up a lot of clock. 4:57 remaining in the ball game now, with Richland a chance to go up 28-18. And Timsick is true, so Timsick puts this one through. It is 28-18 now, 2-score game with less than 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah, I would just like to point out how awesome the Richland offensive line has been in this second half. I mean, they have just been truly dominant. They have just taken over the game, given the running backs and quarterback just huge lanes, giving Regan some great time in the pocket, and truly, Regan wouldn't have the opportunity to get downfield and gain 15 to 20 yards if he's being pressured in the backfield every single play. So I'd just like to give a shout out to the Richland offensive line. Chase Tresnicki stepping up, doing a great job.
Yeah, those guys don't get enough credit. Sometimes we don't mention them enough as the play is going on, but absolutely, defensive line, offensive line, those guys, tremendous job so far both sides of the football.
Yep, football games are won in the trenches.
No doubt. They're playing absolutely phenomenal. And I think we know who we're giving the chain to. I don't think we even have to talk about anybody. I mean, besides Brody Halls, was a fantastic game. Grayson Aldo, 2 touchdowns, an interception. Absolutely just lighting people up.
And one slobber knocker.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
And Grayson last week was close to getting that chain, and I think he felt a little slighted.
Well, he has his redemption.
Yeah, he left no doubt this week.
Yep, has his redemption. So, again, it's where special teams come in. This is when you cannot give up a kick return. Just can't do anything that's going to hurt your team. Right now it's 28-18. 2-score game with 4:57 remaining. Bishop Guilfoyle's got to do a lot of work to get down the field, not only once, but twice.
The good news for Bishop Guilfoyle, though, is that since they have such a great leg kicking for them in number 33, Carter Boland, all they really have to do is be inside the 30, and he could bang one out with time running down if they score another touchdown here to just tie the game and send it to OT.
Yep, I agree. So Listocki and Wheeler back deep for the Marauders. Timsick going to kick this one short again. Bounces short of the 20. Picked up by Wheeler, and he will be taken down.
That was a great
special
coverage.
teams play. And that was a great kick, actually. It landed right about the 22-yard line or so, and Wheeler couldn't get a fingertip on it. Had to go back and get it.
Yeah, I'm thinking that was intentional. I'm thinking that was intentional, kicking it to Wheeler after all the shots that he's taken tonight. You know, maybe he's a little weary, a little bit.
No doubt.
You know, his head's on a swivel a little bit, just looking around before he picks up the ball. Maybe that's why it slipped by him.
I will tell you, that is one tough kid. That's all I can tell you. Justin Wheeler, one tough kid. He has taken some shots tonight, and he's still out on the field and still giving it his all. So credit to him. Ball at the 12-yard line now. First down and 10 for Guilfoyle. They have a lot of work to do. 4:53 remaining. Richland up 28-18.
And this is the position where Richland wants them. They're going to have to put the ball in the air here in order to stay in the game.
Yep. Wheeler back to throw. Rolls out to the right. Wheeler throws it, and it is broken up. That is Arnold McGarrow, I believe, in coverage. Able to knock the ball away from Listocki. So good coverage by Arnold McGarrow.
Yeah, the Richland corners have done a great job of driving on the short routes and just playing through the hands, making sure that they can't catch anything.
All right, clock at 4:48 and stop now because of the incomplete pass. Second down and 10. And it'll be trying to see if it's, still Wheeler in at quarterback. Wheeler back to throw. Throws it on a little slant play and broken up again by Arnold McGarrow looking for Listocki. And like you said, just a great play. Arnold driving for that football. Doesn't hit the receiver early, knocks it away. Incomplete pass. 4:43 now with the clock stopped.
You can kind of see Bishop Guilfoyle's a little bit uncomfortable throwing the ball this often. As we've seen, they just continue to put the ball on the ground last week and early in the game this week. But as soon as you got to get them to put the ball in the air, they struggle.
But they hit a 49-yard pass. I mean, to make this a ball game, 21-18 at that point. I mean, that was a great pass play, and it put them in position. But then Richland able to go down 80 yards and score, and need a lot of time off the clock to put this one back to a 2-score game. Third down and 10. Back to throw comes Wheeler. Under some pressure, heaves this one over the middle and knocked away. No, it was a cut. Listocki catches it. Great catch by Listocki.
Looks like he had some words with McGarrow there.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure they're
Yeah, he got it, but McGarrow almost had it. McGarrow put him down to the ground, and I don't know if he liked that, but that's a tackle.
Yeah, but Guilfoyle, man, they made some nice passes when they had to. Third down and long again, able to complete a pass. Takes the ball all the way out to their own 38-yard line with 4:21 on the clock. Richland leading 28-18. Wheeler back to throw again, getting a heavy rush. Wheeler going to be sacked. Joe McEnany takes down Wheeler.
Joe Mack on a sack attack.
So Joe Mack comes through for a loss on the play.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised to see Bishop Guilfoyle's lack for urgency to get to the line, get to the huddle. I mean, time is ticking, and
huddling up,
they need to get going. But I'm surprised to see them in a huddle every single play.
You got to be going NASCAR. I mean, time's ticking off his clock. Down to 3:43 remaining. It's second down and 16 after a loss of 6 on the play. The ball all the way back to the 32-yard line. Wheeler back to throw. Wheeler steps up, throws, little wobbler ball, looking for Stocky. Has him! And Listocki taking
No,
down.
that was 8.
Was that
that
8?
Was,
oh,
that was
Kissel.
Kissel.
That was Kissel.
Okay, hard to see the number 0 and 8.
Kissel did a nice job of a little push off and got away with it. He pushed Bond and made the catch.
So he takes the ball to the 40-yard line of Richland.
Yeah, Justin Wheeler put that ball right in the bucket.
He did. He put it. It was a little bit wobbly, but it landed where it had to, right in the arms.
It looked like Coach might have been saying something to the ref about that. I thought he saw it too.
Yeah. 3:27 on the clock. Ball at the 40-yard line of Richland for BG. First down and 10. But this is where Richland can really they know they're going to pass. They just bring a lot of heat. And there's going to be a timeout here called, I believe, by Bishop Guilfoyle. Yep, BG will take the timeout. What a ball game, though.
I know. This has been a really fun one to watch.
All right, you get to run down the sponsors one last time before we end.
All right, I want to give a special thank you to First Summit Bank, First Team Advertising, Able Pest Control, Advanced Office Systems, Advantage Auto Service, Ashbro, DB Homes, Beeline Express Trucking, Beauty Lawn, Best Window, Cardellino Eye Care, Chan Soon Shong Medical Center, Dr. Edward L. DiMartino. Sorry, Ed.
See, you almost see? You see?
Sorry. The Willow, FWF Insurance, Erie Insurance, FX, Johnstown Insider, Next Gen Amusements, More Dentistry, Pinnacle Chiropractic, Precious Metals and Diamonds, The Fifth, Laurel Auto Group, RPM Signs, State Senator Wayne Langerholt, Slovenian Savings and Loan, Vantage, Flair of Country, R&DT, Market Basket, Mahalco's, and Grayson Lawn Care. Also, special thank you to the Bistro for hosting the boys on Thursday, and we will be there next Friday night.
Yeah, can't wait. The season's going to, if you can believe it, it's already going to be week 3. And it's just crazy how fast the football season goes, as we are just in week 2, and Richland looking to go 2-0. And they have 3:27 on the clock, protecting a 10-point lead, but Bishop Guilfoyle on the move at Richland's 40-yard line.
And I smell an interception coming.
Well, Richland's got to start bringing some heat. They know they're going to have to throw, so bring everything you can. Make him throw the ball earlier than he wants to. Don't let men get down the field. They're doing a lot of Listocki and looking for Kissel as well. Back to throw goes Wheeler. Wheeler going to gun this one over the middle. A lot of Richland defenders, and it is picked. Good call.
What a play.
Sponge, you are freaking Nostradamus.
Holy crap, Sponge.
Yes, sir, I felt it.
Jameer Christian.
I mean, what an unbelievable catch from Christian there. Over 3 people.
There's a flag in the backfield. Hold on a second. Holding on Bishop Guilfoyle will be declined. So Jameer Christian, what a play as he's able to go and intercept that pass. I'm telling you, Sponge, you are a wizard.
I knew it. I smelled it. I felt it.
Absolute wizard. Great call. So Jameer Christian able to come down with the interception. That was one heck of a catch, by the way, as well. And he controlled it all the way to the ground. So Richland stops that BG drive. They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line with 3:21 on the clock. And I imagine there's going to be nothing that's going to be thrown in the air here. Everything's going to be on the ground here. Just try to eat some time off the clock. BG, I think, down to 2 timeouts.
I expect to see a heavy workload out of Grayson Mala and Joey Mack here on this drive.
Yeah, right now Joe Mack in the backfield as Regan will go into the shotgun. And Regan will hand this one off. No, he'll keep it himself. And Regan will get stopped at the line of scrimmage for no gain. So bringing up 2nd down. Actually, the ball was spotted at the 7-yard line.
We're pretty agreed on the Richland Ram chain going to Grayson Mallon.
100%.
I tell you the truth, I might give it to you right now for that call.
Oh, yeah,
that was
amazing, Sponge.
And his dad's pretty fired up over here. I told him I think he's getting a chain. He said, fumble recover, interception 2, touchdowns.
Yes, he has had an outstanding game. All right, so BG will burn another timeout here. They'll have 1 left. Clock down to 3:10 here in the ball game. 28-18. Richland leading what has just been such a fun night and such a great game to watch.
I've been super impressed of how the Rams have responded to the adversity at halftime. They came out in the second half a different animal. I mean, they have been playing together. They've been playing fierce. They've been playing fast. They've been doing a great job in the second half.
Yeah, that's one of the questions I'm going to ask Coach. It's going to be, what lit the fire at halftime?
I think it was your interview, Sponge.
Had to have been.
I think you might be right.
All right, second down.
Make sure we protect the ball here because we're at the 5 and we don't want to give them anything.
Yeah, Jake actually gave him a 2-yard loss on the play. So second down and 12 now from the 5-yard line. 3:10 on the clock. Richland up by 10, 28-18. Trip wide receiver is out to the left.
I think that almost has to be a deception. Just try and get people out of the box.
And inside handoff to Joe Mack. This has worked great all night. Joe Mack gets to about the 20-yard line. It's going to be a first down for the Richland Rams. Actually, they'll give him the 21. See where they spot this. Yeah, gain of 15 all the way to the 21-yard line. Give him the 22, first down and 10, Richland. With 2:54 and counting on the clock. BG not using that timeout. They have one left, letting the clock roll. And maybe that's just a sign that they kind of know that it's over.
Tick, 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 tick.
Yeah, I kind of think BG just knows, okay, you know what? 28-18, you need 2 scores. But what a ball game. All the way around by the Richland Rams. Joe McEnany sprints to the right sideline and able to get over the 30-yard line.
Yeah, although Grayson Mall has had one of the best games I've seen in a really long time, that can't take away from all the other Rams that have been having insane games. Jameer Christian had that crazy catch for an interception there. He had that big play down the sideline. You know, Arnold Maguero's been throwing out blocks. He's had a couple receptions here and there. Jackson Fitel had that huge catch to put the Rams close for a touchdown. You know, Joey Mack's been running the ball, taking his dose. Jake Regan's been stepping up in the pocket. Plenty of rushing yards, plenty of passing yards.
Total team win, total team domination.
There's no question.
In this second half. And that line, we got to give it to the line.
We do. We have to. Offensive line, defensive line, fantastic job tonight. With always a very good BG team. And to really come in and on their turf and besides the first opening drive of BG, to really kind of almost slam the door on what they want to do, and that's what they want to run the football. And Richland kind of just put the kibosh to all that, and it just didn't allow them to happen. Clock now at 2:13 and counting. First down and 10 for the Richland Rams.
Another player, Alex Bond, had that big touchdown.
Yeah, Alex Bond had a huge touchdown. That's right.
Yeah, it's just been a lot of
and they're going to go into the victory. The only time you'll see Richland take a snap from the center, right over the center, and not go in the shotgun is the victory formation. So Richland is going to take this football game, which was absolutely amazing to watch. This game was just everything we thought it would be. We wanted it to be competitive. We knew it was going to be hard hitting. Richland comes away with the victory, 28-18. As they're just in victory formation, we're just letting time run down now. Time down to 1:28 and counting. BG just not going to stop the clock anymore. This one will run out.
Yeah, this was a fun one to watch. I mean, like Sponge said, this is a complete team win. I mean, everyone on the team did their part, and that's what it showed. I mean, that was just complete and utter domination from the start of the game to the end.
Yeah, got to make the kids feel really, really good. Last week at Central, against Central Cambria, kind of a couple of times we shot ourselves in the foot, didn't move the football the way they wanted to, didn't execute the way they wanted to. Had an extra day to work this week because the game's on Saturday, but they just looked totally in control of this football game, except for the opening drive that BG had. Richland pretty much just made every adjustment they needed to make, and they really just put some heavy hits on the Bishop Guilfoyle Marauders, seized the momentum, and just ran away with it now.
Yeah, I think when the Rams came out at halftime fire, and I think that it kind of made Bishop Guilfoyle get on their heels a little bit, and then from there it was just all Richland.
All right, and that's going to do it. That was the last snap, and the clock will wind out. Richland takes this one 28-18, and we are going to have some fun as Sponge is going to get that interview with Coach Bailey and is going to present the chain to Grayson Malla, and we'll have a little discussion with Grayson Malla as well. Great job by the coaching staff of the Richland Rams. This is going to be a great ride home for them on the bus.
Oh yeah, those bus rides get hype.
Oh, for sure. All right, so I'm going to just run down the scoring plays of Richland. It started with a 26-yard strike from Regan to Alex Bond that tied this game at 7 after BG went 52 yards on their opening drive to score. Richland went 85 yards, and that's what it culminated in. And then Richland able to seize the 14. Actually, it was 10-7 because there was a field goal by Bishop Guilfoyle. And then Malla was able to run it 8 yards into the end zone for a touchdown to put Richland up 14-10. And then it was a Joe McInerney 1-yard touchdown run after a lot of things going on. We had first and goal from the one about 18 times. A lot of stuff happened in between, but Joe Mack able to find the end zone, put the Richland Rams up 21-10. And then Bishop Guilfoyle comes back with a 49-yard touchdown strike after a completion and a roughing the passer call. Gave the ball at the 49-yard line, able to find pay dirt. 21-18 after the 2-point conversion. And Richland comes back with a long drive, 80-yard drive from their own 20-yard line, ending up in a 3-yard Grayson Malla run to put this ball game away as the Richland Ram defense
I would say
much took over.
I would say one of the biggest plays of that entire second half was when Braden Knepper just absolutely laid out Justin Wheeler in the end zone there. It should have been a safety, but however, the Rams scored on the following drive. So I think that was one of the biggest shifts in momentum because, I mean, Knepper absolutely rocked his world. I mean, he clobbered him pretty good.
I don't think there's any way, too, that Justin Wheeler is feeling 100% after this football game. But before that, prior to that, he had taken a shot from Grayson Malla
it's going to be
as well right off on a kickoff and just got pulverized, laid on the ground for maybe a couple seconds, 10 seconds or so, got back up, stayed right in the game, and then took another shot not far after that, as you said, as Braden Knepper came from the blind side and absolutely just clobbered him.
Yeah, he's going to have to ice up. It's going to be a long couple days of recovery for him.
Yeah, but I will say he's one of the toughest kids that I've seen to come back from that and play really the way he did. He played a really good game after all those hits. He is one tough kid.
Yeah, that was definitely impressive. As impressive as those hits were, like you said, getting up is just as maybe even more impressive.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, anybody else could have stayed down and said, I need a couple plays off. He got back, went right back into the huddle and was ready to go. I think those blue helmets need to stay too, Sponge.
Yeah, I think they're good luck.
Yeah, I like them. A lot. They're hype, baby. This is a huge win.
Yeah. The Richland Rams go to 2-0 on a season. Bishop Guilfoyle will fall to 1-1. And I think we have Westmont is coming to Hurlinger Field next Friday night at 7 o'clock, which should be interesting for us to see for the first time a different Westmont Hilltop offense. I'm so excited to see it.
It's definitely going to be weird to watch.
I know, it's going to be strange.
No rugby next week.
Yeah, I think one time in that game, I would love to see Coach Bailey just kind of do that one play, just line up, and just run one play like that. He never would, because I don't think he would ever want to do that and poke a little, a little fun was going on. But
for
I would
sure,
love to say it just for a laugh.
I think in my notebook next week, I'm going to have to write down every single pass attempt that they have and how far down the field they're throwing the ball.
Yep.
Because really throwing the ball 1 to 2 yards into the flat every single time doesn't really make a difference it's obviously passing the ball, but it's not really that much of a difference from what they were doing. What I'm excited to see is if they're taking deep shots down the field, they're giving their playmakers chances instead of just trusting in their offensive line.
Yep, I absolutely agree. It's going to be fun to watch. I'm actually really happy for those kids. Now there's more involvement than if you're not a running back in that offensive system or a quarterback. There's really an offensive lineman. There's no place for you. It was just tough. But it worked for a while. You got to give them credit. They did win some games. They won some big games over the years, but it was just time to change for them.
Yeah, they definitely. I definitely think it's going to pull more Westmont kids into playing football now. They're going to start building a better program and have a little bit more culture there. And maybe one day they'll get to where Richland is.
And the whole thing. The Richland Rocket program. My son went through it. You went through it. It's just a great feeder system. You're in that system, and you're running the Richland playbook from third grade on, basically. Once you got out of flag football, you're running the Richland playbook, and it just makes a nice transition as you move up, as you go to junior high. You're running the plays, and really not much of anything that's going to be lost except.
All right, guys, I got Coach. Coach, it was close at half. What'd you say in there? They came out like a total different team.
We didn't say much of anything. Honestly, we talked about this was a heavyweight fight. They're a great program. And we said we just got to keep punching back in that first half. And I think they had a 3-point lead or something like that. And I'm like, hey, we're in this thing. We watched film on offense and defense. Made some minor adjustments. The kids just came out and played hard, man. They played awesome. And they played Richland football. Came back to Mansion Park and played the way that we're supposed to when we're here.
Okay, I noticed in victory formation, you go under center. Are you ever going to go under center like at 4th and 1 from the goal line?
Probably not. Honestly, we don't practice the snaps enough. That's not us. We haven't done it since 2009.
Well, next week you got a Friday night game at Westmont. It's not going to be a rugby scrum this time. They have a different offense.
Yeah, Coach Rick's awesome guy. This is his first year. They're trying to get right. I know he'll have his kids prepared, and I'm sure we'll have ours ready as well.
All right, great win tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we need to grab Grayson Malla here if you can.
Where'd he go?
I'm not sure. Hopefully he didn't take off on you. I'm going to try to find him if I can see him walking around here.
I'm going to grab Braden Epper while we're here. Braden Epper. How are you? When someone has a big hit, I call it a slobber knocker because you knocked the slobber right out of his face.
Yeah.
How'd you feel about that?
It just felt amazing hitting him and getting up, and I knew I hit him hard.
Yeah, that kid never saw you coming.
No, he didn't. He was looking the whole way, opposite way the whole time.
I know it worked out for you guys, but he was in the end zone. He fumbled the ball out of the end zone. Did they say why they didn't call that a safety?
I'm not quite sure. I was too hyped to know.
That was a great second half. What did coaches say to you guys at halftime that lit you up like that?
They told us to bring it up, bring the momentum into half, and we sure did.
Yeah, you did. Great win. Go on next week. Let's get another.
Thank you.
Yeah, Sponge, I'm not completely sure, but I think Grayson might have taken off with the chain.
He just took off with the chain.
I can't see him.
Yeah, like you said though, what a great team victory this was. A great game. We know what to expect out of these ball games. You know what you're going to get is a well-coached Bishop Guilfoyle team. A lot of great athletes. Oh, there he is getting interviewed. Okay, so we'll catch Grayson Malla here in a second.
Yeah, he's talking to. Here's my man.
There we go.
My main man, Grayson. Hey, it was great. What a game. Absolutely. I mean, defense, offense, you were everywhere.
Absolutely.
Interception, fumble recovery, touchdowns. Man, you look like a man possessed. What was up with that?
This is what I live for, man. Like this is the stuff I live for out in this game. I love playing out here with my team. I think about this kind of moment every single day of my life coming out here. I know when we lost here last year and I couldn't even play, I just had a chip on my shoulder ever since. I know I've been thinking about this moment, and I came out here and nothing to stop me from winning this game.
What the coaches say at half? Seems like you guys turned up the intensity in the second half.
It was definitely on our coaches, but I think it was more on us. When we went into that halftime, we all had a chip on our shoulder. We were losing, but we all knew we would come out here, we could play hard and win this game.
Yeah, it's a big win over a state champ.
Absolutely.
Now you move on, play a familiar opponent, Westmont, but the different offense.
Absolutely.
Are you pretty excited not to see that rugby stuff?
Absolutely. I know I've already watched some of their film. I think I've watched film on every team we played this season so far. So seeing how they play, it definitely makes me excited because it's going to open a lot of things up and be able for me to make a lot of tackles. I know the way they played before was definitely, I was not a fan of it. So it's good we can finally switch it up.
All right, back to the home field. You can keep this. I'll get it off you since I live by you.
I appreciate it. Take care.
All right, Grayson Malla, always enthusiastic, always a great interview. I think Sponge did interview him when he was a freshman after his first game. What a well-spoken, poised young man. I was just loved. I became a fan that day. Just listening to him talk.
Yeah, growing up with him, I've played football with him, and I've played all different sports. I mean, he lives for competition. That's like what he eats in the morning. He wakes up and he wants competition no matter what it is, and that obviously showed on the field tonight as he just took it to Bishop Guilfoyle.
Yeah, great game by Grayson Malla. Great game by all the Richland Rams. Great job by the coaching staff as well. Boy, they came out the second half, like I said, just all ready to rock and roll. And like I said, not much said by the coaching staff, by the players.
I got one more guy here. I got one more guy here. Oh, yeah. Right before you picked it off, I said to these guys, I feel a pick coming.
Yeah.
Boom. Did you hear me? Did you hear me?
I think I did, and that's why I went up and got it.
You had a great reception early in the game.
Yep.
You had another play over here that you left the guy just standing there looking like, where'd he go?
Yes, sir. It was just about all the momentum in the game. We had to gain it back, and we got the dub. I like the.
After halftime, you came out and you're like, we got to take it to him.
We got to. I mean, we knew we had the momentum when we went into the locker room at halftime, and we came back and just did what we do.
That's right. On to Westmont, right?
Yep, on to Westmont.
Bring him on.
Yes,
Thank you.
All right, great interview once again by Sponge with Coach Bailey, with Grayson Malla, and with Jameer Christian, and with Braden Nepper. And like I said, this could have been an entire team interview because they were all phenomenal tonight. Just a well-played game through and through. And what you hope for, Dom, is next week Westmont's coming in. You don't want to take anything away from Westmont, but you don't want the letdown game either. And I'm sure, the Coach Bailey and the coaches will get them hyped up for that game. You don't want it to be one of those trap games where, hey, we're only playing Westmont. I mean, you never can take anybody lightly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, even though Westmont's kind of new to the whole regular offense thing, it's not like they're never played football before. They obviously know what to do, and it's just going to be them executing what they need to do. And if Richland just continues to play the way that they are, I mean, I think next week could be a 75-point game if they play the way that they did tonight.
Yeah, Richland was on fire all the way, and now, this gives them just great momentum leaping forward, knowing they just knocked off Bishop Guilfoyle at home even, and the rest of the season they can look at their schedule now, and boy, the future's bright. Keep everybody healthy, keep everybody playing the way they're playing. And this team, we have no telling where they can go, but we love what we saw tonight.
Hey guys, back up here. That was a great game.
Yeah,
you guys did a great job.
You did as too as usual. And you're nice and cold, I see.
Yeah,
I was going to say, Sponge, your hands are a little chilly.
A little chilly. All right, so with that, we're going to end and step aside here as Richland takes this one 28-18. We'll be with you next week at Hurlinger Field as the Richland Rams will take on the Westmont Hilltoppers from our friendly confines of Hurlinger Field. So have a great week, everyone. We'll see you next time. You have been listening to the Richland Ram Football Network. I'm Ed DiMartino. Thanks to Dom Shank and Brian Brett. And next week we should have Brian Schmidt with us again to go over the rules with us. So thanks again. Have a great night, everyone. You've been listening to the Richland Ram Football Network.